Are you ready for a vacation that will make all your poker buddies jealous? Set sail with Texas Card House for 7 days of sun, fun, and poker on March 26th to April 2nd, 2023. Sailing out of Galveston, Texas, the Royal Caribbean Allure of the Seas is one of the most awarded ships in the world. As you sail for 7 days with Texas Card House with stops in Roatan, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. Sun, fun, and oh yeah, non-stop poker. Texas Card House is bringing their world-class staff on board for 7 days of cash games, tournaments, and no matter your skill level, we've got games for you. Texas Card House Poker Cruise, Royal Caribbean, Allure of the Seas. Sail for as little as $749 per person. Cabins are going fast. Don't get left in port and miss the vacation of a lifetime. For full details, visit TexasCardHouse.com.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Texas Card House live stream here from Dallas, Texas. My name is Ben Moyney, joined alongside Cooper Wise, the one and only. What's up, my guy?
Not much, just bringing a little bit of the 15:30 mix game to everybody tonight.
I don't even...
A little change of pace.
I've never seen a mixed game in my life. What's going on here? Maybe that's a lie. Is that too obvious of a lie?
Maybe a little bit, but we got a set game mix of about 7 or 8 games. I can't remember exactly, but we're going to go through an orbit of each, so you kind of get the hang of it, and we're going to start off with Badugi.
So that's me in the dealer box right there as we're getting, the growing pains, the first few hands out of the way, and understanding what scanning is like. And here we are playing a draw game. So Badugi is a 4-card triple draw game of the limit variety, as all these games are limit.
Good news.
And what we're going to do is we're trying to make ace, deuce, 3, 4 of different suits. The goal is to have 4 cards of different suits by the end of it, and the lowest value ones, non-paired, wins the hand. That's showdown. Frankie here with a very, pretty marginal. He's got low cards, but he's only got 3 different suits, which is still pretty good. Still rock and roll with a 3-card 4 right now.
Very smooth draw. Second nut draw, I guess you could say. And also having the ace is
no look scan.
I know that like it's card removal essentially. There's less nutted hands.
Why did I bet?
So you're not going to see any crazy raise sizes in this style of poker because it is limit poker, and if you've never played limit, you're basically just min-clicking every time up to 4 times. At every street.
Hold on. Button orders there.
Sorry. 4 raises, 4 bets.
Yeah,
being the cap.
This will be awful.
I don't know yet.
Here with the 3-card 5.
I will check.
Spade.
Wow, you're so sheepish. That was
Triple
so
draw games, you have to rescan all the cards every single time, so it's you're gonna hear Ben as the dealer saying it to him a bunch, and also just
one bet that equals $30.
Players having to rescan their cards a bunch of times for the triple draw games.
As long as I still got a draw left, I'm still in.
Got an awesome lineup of players here as well. Lots of mixed game regulars of the Dallas community.
Oh, he's still drawing.
We've never seen Freddie here in that 6, well, I guess it would be 5 seat here. We've never seen him on the stream, but we definitely know about him. He is definitely a legend of sorts in the area for mixed games. Glad to see him here on the stream with a bunch of regulars. You know Frankie there from Next Gen. He's here mixing it up, and he gets it done.
You drew bad, didn't you?
3-card there, trying to get Frankie to fold his card. Actually, he can make it with you, but she kind of runs into it. You lose yourself because Frankie had a 3-card. Whenever you don't have a 4-card, it goes to the 3-card.
You weren't at the Badugi tournament? It was the horse I played with you?
Yeah, that's nice.
So again, to recap one quick time for this game at Badugi, You do want 4 cards, different suits, and different denominations. You don't want to be paired up.
Better at this with my left hand.
Any 4 card will beat any 3 card.
Do you have a specific way you choose to get rid of pairs if it's a true coin flip?
Usually I just or if I'm really tilted, I'll just.
I know some people like to go by suits, like alphabetical order or reverse.
I texted you and somebody was like, stop texting me.
Somebody's got to go.
I don't have a set way. I definitely don't have a set way. I probably should have a set way.
Yeah, alright. Mixed in. Right now we're playing Badugi.
Alexis ace deuce there.
What
Probably
is
got to draw
doing?
2.
Party foul.
Having the ace deuce probably drawn to the nuts, as we like to say.
Frankie, ooh, it doesn't prove to a wow, perfect draw.
I haven't seen you in forever.
Very smooth 3 card.
It took me a second
Once
to.
again, he has cards that will catch up with 3.
His
had to look at your
hair, his
name.
hair
I
is
know,
all
he always
nice
has a
and
hat.
Merkow here
poised.
has the 4 clubs.
You've grown so much.
No,
You can't hit perfect unless Merkow gets rid of the
Okay,
4
alright.
clubs, which you want here. But
He always had a hat on before.
Yeah.
Back in the draws there. There's a lot left on
not
that
with
stuff.
that attitude, Cooper.
But Merk does have a 3-card 7 here, so he just needs to catch a spade to hit a doogie. Pretty fair fight here. Both players have 3 cards. And a couple of draws left to come. If I see only 1 burn card there.
489.
I need numbers.
Frankie pumping the action here. 3 bets.
They opened
Takes
Saturday.
1.
I worked Sunday.
Get off, break it off. Draw better.
Pretty deep run in the mini main
Okay.
in Vegas.
Alright,
52nd out of
Merkow
like
takes
7,000.
It looks like Frankie
You're right on the verge of making
stays
real
on the
money.
3-card perfect,
So
picks up the
close.
deuce of
Like
spades.
13K,
Or,
He
oh,
caught the
ace
ace.
of
When you go
diamonds.
that
Ace of
deep,
diamonds. Or ace of spades.
Tyler and I were talking about
The
this.
winner
I
was
believe
like
the highlight
7
card
cards.
Interesting.
Say it one more time.
We
But,
haven't seen
well,
this
yeah,
on the
this
stream
is
yet.
the first time we've actually streamed
Yeah.
it live. And we've recorded a mixed game
Oh,
before,
yeah,
so
yeah. I did all my registering the night before.
Still trying to
Definitely didn't want to go do that in the
bells
morning.
and whistles on this.
This is. Yeah, this series I only played mixed games. No.
King gonna be the
I
worst
played
part
it
of
once
this
in
game.
mixed tournaments, like it was like $200 to $400 blind mixed tournaments.
Frankie checks his 3-card.
Can.
He's literally
3-card
They're sitting
perfect.
there.
I know.
messed up.
That's usually good. Some amount of the time against someone who's still drawing
Yeah,
for the
no, I
last
remember
round.
that.
All right,
We started handling a 53 card
I
deck,
should have. I have ace
and he had to show down 2 ace
And
of
the
clubs.
3-card perfect gonna take it down.
2 ace of spades.
Pretty
For a
good.
nice little pot here. I remember, if I remember correctly,
we get
Frankie
everybody
goes on a little
money
run
back,
in the Badugi section.
He's won the first 2.
It's good to have that 3
I've
card.
noticed
Yeah.
play by the buttons that start with 1 suit. Each time the button goes all the way around and gets
Goes
back
to
to
the
the 1
three
suit.
bet.
Second hand you played.
He's making his way around the table.
First
I'm
time.
not it. Doesn't even need all 4. Well, there you did.
I haven't seen an ace yet dealt to me, by the way, or drawn.
Yeah, I've had them all.
Drawn to the nuts.
Well, he's not gonna go for 3 in a row.
2 bets.
Merck's got a beautiful starter here with a 3-card, 3-card 3, very smooth draw, just looking to catch a 4 of hearts.
Okay.
5, 6, 7.
Have you raised every hand, Greg?
Just fine.
No.
I'm in good shape here. I'm in great shape
Go
here.
for the gusto here.
He's sweating bullets right now.
Check
so-
dark, I'll bet it.
I check dark. Do you bet in the light?
We see some pretty great draws.
Did that get Aaron?
Draw perfect.
Very excited.
He did catch 2 of the cards that he wants there with the 6 of diamonds, 4 of spades. So he's going to probably go from drawing 3 to only drawing 1.
Check.
You can definitely call that bet from Merck right there.
We did a mixed
Declaration.
game
One more skin.
live. We did never.
I said I wasn't going to be, but I'm putting him in
So it's
there.
this
So drawn to perfect.
Good. One of them.
I was like, I'm just gonna watch.
Already still drawing 1. What does he improve to? He improves to a still staying on a 3-card 6.
3 on both of those? Ace 2,
Is
sorry,
it?
ace 2, 3.
Great.
Okay.
Nothing more than a severe bluff catcher.
I have not looked at my draw yet.
No, I know. That's
Marco with
you're in
his
great shape.
perfect. Gonna go ahead and bet
You are
Freddie.
an excellent
Takes the call.
You're
He's
definitely auto betting.
I looked at my draw.
draw 1 more. Get rid of that 7 of diamonds.
Fat.
Sweet.
And Merk picks up a 9 doogie, so Freddie needs some help. And he does find it into 6.
Catches Jen right there. 3 of hearts right in the corner pocket.
2 bets.
Not often do your draws line up like that, but oof, do you get paid?
And he check raises. Very discouraged and frowned upon.
I can't not pay this off. I have a 6.
A lot of versions of low ball where you actually cannot check
got a
raise,
6 card.
believe it or not, in tournament play.
Yeah, I got there.
He gets the 3 bets and calls.
Max value for Freddie. Actually, he just called with this 6 on the last one.
Really?
Since Merk did 3 bet in there.
No way you're not.
Just in case.
Just feeling it out.
No, not there. I'm just talking about I go from 3.
See what people are working with, I guess.
It's no good. Alright. Two bets. And a call. And a call.
Off to the next one here.
Some decent starting hands here.
3 bets.
See low. I mean, Merk's got 3 of the same suit, but knowing that they're not in other people's hands is very beneficial.
And call.
Nick is actually this first time we've seen him get into the action. He's going to 3-bet it up here with a just a 2-suited hand.
Okay, 4 players. Any declaration starting?
What do you think he's thinking here?
I mean, I guess we're drawing to a 7.
Sorry, y'all.
And he's going to be getting rid of some pretty good cards here.
It's all right. It's fine. 2, 2, 2. Oh, 2 all the way.
Looks like everybody's drawing 2. Fair fight.
You know, Jim Bureau, he had aces in Choctaw and showed them prematurely to get everybody to fold.
What?
On purpose, he showed his aces. And he knew he was going to get
Let's
a
take a look at
penalty.
these draws.
Everybody?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Alright, good to go.
Looks like Nicholas improves to a 3-card 7. Same for
Um,
Becca.
You're gonna notice Becca's out here, or Becca's in the lead. However,
Yeah, I
with
guess I'm gonna play
the
every hand.
pre-draw
I'm good for the
action,
game.
Nick's actually in the betting lead. You can see he bets it there, improving to a 3-card 7 as well.
2 face down.
As
Look at that.
Ben just said.
Keep that trend going.
Merck's still drawing 2.
2 drag, 1, 2, 1.
2, 1, 2, 1.
I'm
Looks like
checking
we gotta get some
dark
rescans
The
here.
razor every time.
You might be seeing this a bit tonight. These getting used to the scanning like this every single time was not easy.
He was raising
It was not easy. You're gonna hear me joking around with the players there in the box.
No, I had to make sure it was the right card.
Alright, 1, 1, 2.
Mr. Credit, the game's all being played. I think we start off with Badugi and we mix it up so where it's not all triple draws in a row, but you're going to see Stud, Stud 8, Razz, Badugi, Baducey, Baducey, Congress, I believe, so 5-card high-low, and I think that's it.
Yeah, we didn't play any drama. We might not have actually played Stud regular either. I think it was just
Yeah,
Razz
it
and
was
Stud
a
8.
Stud high, but yeah, it was Stud high-low, Razz, Baducey, Badugi, and then Congress. So I believe it's a 6-game mix. So we're going to go through 6 orbits here. Should take a couple hours. And then, yeah, we'll go through all the different games.
And again, if you're just joining us, all 70 of you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight at Texas Card House Live. My name is Ben Miney with Cooper Wise. And we're playing Badugi right now for a few more hands. Kong here with a just a 2-card right now, but lots of potential.
I started that hand right there.
Frankie going to defend his big blind here. Not the smoothest draw whenever got a 2-card. You're kind of drawing to an 8.
Oh, it would have been bad. I would have been drawing.
A lot of hands that can outdraw you there.
Kong improves to a 3-card 6.
If I had like
Frankie a 3-card 7.
different story.
Nick with just a
Still with
3-card
the
5. That's pretty good.
He was starting strong, only drew 1, so it's one of the signs of strength, not just betting, but how you draw in these games. And also the benefit of position, so you can see how many people draw in front of you, and you know, potentially not draw any and just pump the action the whole way. A lot of methods available in these games. good mix.
You're a natural. And it looks like Kong gonna stand pat with his 4-card king.
I believe this is the last draw, so he's
just hoping. And Nick just finds a very nice 6.
catches Jin there. Just going to continue the story.
So you can see here, Kong 4 cards, different suits. Nick the same thing. The lowest versions of those cards gets the pot. King high is not as good as 6 high in that regard.
Some people may wonder why Kong didn't throw away the king, but if my small amount of research is correct, what you can do is you can multiply the number of outs you have times 2, and then by how many draws are left, and that's how you can calculate the percentage of hitting your hands. So Kong's hoping there that somebody is going to hit 12 cards less than king, so he's got, 75% chance to win that hand if they don't already have a Badugi. So, he takes his equity whenever everybody's drawing. Of course, he didn't know that because he was drawing first, but that seems to be the situation whenever everybody's drawing one through the streets.
It's every other?
Every other week. I think Mix is coming up.
So,
just like this.
okay. Next week is Mix, and then, I won't be here next week, so then the 08 will be the week after? Cool.
I got 4 players.
Kong with a beautiful starter here.
Very,
three
very
card
nice.
4.
Can't find
Looking
any
for that
other
ace of
games
diamonds.
anywhere. Well, you can't find PLO 8 games anywhere around here either.
Really?
Once people got
I
5
thought
cards.
Force was like.
Mark improves to a 3-card 9. Becca,
that big card.
just
It was all
a
through
2-card.
She pairs
Same
the
thing
4.
for Freddie.
Very tilting.
And Kong here still way in the lead.
Full card, yeah.
But he needs a rescan quick.
I don't care how I win.
One more chance from you.
Freddie actually took his ace of diamonds there.
It's
He's gonna
slowed
bet.
down.
And aggression call. 15.
Looks like we may have a little bit of an error here on Kong's hand. But we'll see if we can sort it out on the next draw. Potentially it can.
1 to 2.
2, 2, 2, and 1.
I know how that feels.
Merrick changes it up. He was just drawing 1. He was going for the 9. He's now going for the gusto. Drawing 2.
Wow, he's got outs. Now is a very good 3-card 6 right now, but he does need to improve. Becca improves to 3-card 5. Oh no, she has a Doogie.
She has a king Doogie.
Oh, she has a king. Oh, I didn't even see that little king of hearts there. Very nice. Freddie here does also have a 3-card 5. No, actually, he has a 4-card pair of aces.
No, he's got a 3. Yeah. If we're playing high Doogie, yeah, that's, I assume that's okay.
Yes.
A lot of people like to talk about that game at the next game table.
Yeah, it seemed like Adam was giving everybody tired head
We're all good to go on the
trying to explain that one.
Back up one more scan, please. Thank you.
Becca actually broke her king Doogie and trying to improve.
Okay, cool. Check.
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 So I believe that makes Kong in the lead with his 3-card
Check
4.
it. Go down.
And no more draws. He's going to take it down.
Ooh, can't beat that.
3-card 5.
So you can see how Kong's strategy on the previous hand, if Rebecca would have taken the same strategy on this one, she would have won. Because she would have kept the king Doogie on the second draw. Hindsight being 20/20, of course, but knowing that your opponents have to hit, cards that don't layer up. It's only actually it's not 12 cards because you get a minus the 3 that they have, so it's about 9
No
cards.
one's getting killed in one hand.
15 to go. Last hand to Doogie. Last hand to Doogie.
Like my favorite's I like Drama Hall a lot.
Call.
Tell them to get it on the software.
Yeah, they need Drama
Call
Hall.
15.
Hear that? You need Drama Hall in the software.
Two bets.
Tasting.
Drama 49er or 99 or whatever.
How many different variations? Yeah, you got like Drama 0, 49.
Very, whoa. Frankie. Frankie is dealt a 5 Doogie. And that is way good.
Adam is dealt a 9 Doogie here, and you're going to see him pump it up to 3 bets.
And I'm sure they're both pat until
Frankie
all the
with
way.
the question mark. 60? What's the max I can make it here? I'm not sure if that's a tell or not.
Oh, I never
Not
seen it.
tonight, but
Is this table stakes?
He's been living there for the last 2 years. Jack actually is out traveling right now.
It's off of Parker. Not that far. Just go down Parker. Once you pass the railroad, you will see.
So we're gonna go 4-bet, and they go. All 3 of them are going $60 in pre.
Hits it. He hits a 9 as well on the first draw.
This is gonna be piles.
There will be blood.
As 15 is the bet from Frankie, and just a couple calls. They're pretty much slow playing their hands at this point.
Trying to put a tourniquet on it because the alarm bells are ringing whenever Frankie raises on the button and stands pat before it just doesn't even take the first draw. Just
Don't bet no cards.
that's because he has number 3, but
Adam breaks the 9, and he just gets out of there.
correctly sensing that he needs to draw. But the good news is he didn't hit his hand because he was drawing to a 6.
No dice.
Not going to work.
She left her engineering job and just came over here to meet him.
And 2 bets from Frankie.
They're a great match.
Merk maybe was trying to trap with what he thought was the best hand in a 4-card 9.
I think he knows he's behind. He just wants to make it 100%. He's got a sense. He's like, I'm probably behind here with my 9, but maybe I can get him to break whatever he's got going. But nope, he's just gonna get 4-bet capped.
And you can see it.
Yeah. It makes it so nice.
Just calls, and it looks like we're going to the next draw. And now Merkow, out of position, needs to know if he needs to break this thing.
Stands pat. No. Pat. Burns off.
He's a very good player. He like is at the
Yeah, the old angle. Grabs chips and checks.
I went with him to like the state championship.
He throws $30 Frankie's way. 9 no good as Frankie tables a 4-card 5 doogie.
Adam with a good read there, I believe he said. Frankie's going to roll over a 6 or something. Just doesn't one better. There's a 5.
So Frankie wins that hand, having ace, deuce, 4, 5. Very low cards. No pairs, all different suits. And that's the name of the game in Badugi. That's the game we're playing right now. And don't forget, the end of summer, 250K guaranteed final table is tomorrow night, and I will be there for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I'm on the final table, as I did bag on Thursday. But if not, I'll be in the booth. So I'll be at that final table one way or another. Don't you forget about it. Tony Hawk asked if we ever have Razz games running in the room. We don't normally, but hey, if you know 8, 7 people want to come in and spread some Razz, we're in.
I believe this is Razz, actually.
Did we move on?
Yeah, Button is over into the 1 seat. And you see me out there
yes.
explaining about the whole cards. This game takes a little bit longer because we don't actually have the up card scanners on our felt, so we have to manually input the up cards. But it's worth it. Stud games are typically some of the highest action, depending on if the boards cooperate or not.
Up to you.
I'm okay with all.
Currently 5 to call.
I mean, yeah, these are my 2 favorite games, so I don't want to pull them out.
Once we get in the rhythm of it, like I said.
So in this game for Razz, if you don't already know, it's basically in the format of 7-card stud, but instead of wanting to have the best possible hand, you know, royal flush, straight flush, quads, full houses, etc., you want to have the exact opposite. And straights and flushes, oh yeah, they just don't count against you. And you're just looking through ace through 5 is the nuts. So we're gonna see these up cards come. Merkow has a pretty, I mean, a 10 is a bluff catcher at this point, but Nick with an 8 already, well, for 4 cards to an 8, he needs to fade 3 big ones to have a very nice hand. Bet and a call.
Don't say anything bad while I'm.
And there's one of those big cards from Nick, and oops, might have spoken that one into existence. Now Merk with a 10 is in the lead.
Regret and Hideaway in the rotation.
The equities seem to change pretty rapidly in this game. I think they just completely flopped right there.
So Regret is.
And Nick sizes it up, realizing that 8-5 is a little bit more dangerous than his 8-7 that he was drawing to.
Does everybody want a pot yet? Everybody's want a pot, right?
Takes it down without a showdown. You still call it a showdown whenever you get to 7th Street?
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as they're if we're table in hands, yeah. It's only showdown if you table hands. Yeah.
Complete the 15.
Got a call of 5.
So the way this works also, to keep note, this version of Razz, we are doing a big blind ante, or excuse me, a button ante, instead of a whole table ante. You can see either one anywhere around the country. You'll probably see whole table antes more than button antes, but for the sake of this, in the stream, we wanted to do button antes, just because we want to keep track of the hands a little easier. This way we can get all the way around the table, 7 hands, and know exactly what's going on. So the button will ante $15, then we're on to the next hand here. Looks like Nick with an 8 already, and Merk with a 4 to a 10. And Merk still has a 10. Nick has a 9 now, so Nick in the lead. You're trying to make the 4 lowest cards, or the 5 lowest cards, excuse me.
Both players don't have any pairs here. Both drawing to pretty strong hands. Merk catches a 4. That's going to improve him to a 9.
Right. So best
drawing to a 7.
Plus,
you're almost looking for two-way hands. You're looking for two-way hands.
Yeah. So
9-7-5 versus 9-8-6 for Nick. So
Merk's got him pipped right now, but it can all change right here.
Oh my goodness,
Draws
Merk
even better.
Oh God, Merk finds a 7 on 7th Street,
and Nick finds a 3. So more than likely, you're gonna see him put in the call here. And we actually messed up a little bit on the action tracking here. It had a setting for cap, and I put in 120 thinking that would be the max 4 bets of 30, but apparently that would be cap for the entirety of all streets. So that was the number that should have gone in there. So the stack sizes are a little off here. You're going to see 3 bets go in, and Merk take down the hand.
Very big pot going Merk's way. And we're up to another hand of Razz. The way the bring-ins work, by the way, since we're playing 15-30 limit, which means the blinds for draw games and board games would be $5.15. So small blind $5, big blind $15 for stud. And Razz, it actually depends on what the up card is. So the biggest up card, so King of Spades would be the highest up card to show in Razz. We'll have to bring it in for either 5 or complete for 15, and then it's vice versa for stud 8 and stud. The lowest card would bring it in at that point. Merk decides to complete with 3 to a 10 here.
Yeah, I'm tuning in so late.
Makes it 15.
I'm tuning in so late.
Right into
Bunch of nothing going on for everybody else. Freddie going to represent here. He has the ace, which is a very scary card in Razz, but in the hole, nothing much doing there with the old King 10.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Freddie with a pair of kings here.
If you get a jack or
Can't even bluff at this point.
Merk doesn't draw great either, though. He caught a queen, and then he caught a pair of 3s. So that 6 right there is probably gonna seal the deal for Freddie. Just had to bet it.
A lot of the times, players will have 4 to a very good hand there, and when you're sitting on queen and then a pair of 3s, no good.
Not a lot of hero calling going on in Razz. You kind of just assume the worst and try to get your money in when you got the best of it, rather than hope that your opponent has a pair of 10s and a king in the hole like Freddie did in that situation.
Sounds badass.
It's going to be really good.
I was going to ask like I knew the bands or the groups you were going to say. And I feel like
Yes, dude, I kind of touched on that a little earlier. Like the stud games are going to be the most difficult ones for us with our table because we don't have the up card scanners, and like, while theoretically it would make sense that you could just put the card in the box and it would scan it, it's not the way that the software has it programmed to read the cards. You'll notice that if it does get to 7th Street and the 7th card does come face down, that it will read that last card even though it's face down and put it in the final slot. But for these games, yeah, we have to input them manually.
And you can hear me reading out the up cards, as that's the procedure we have to do.
Lasers up on the ceiling, and they project things.
Makes it a little bit slower, a little bit more articulate, and That's why you hear me announcing the up cards there on the table.
It's gonna be like,
but we got to do what we got to do.
Frankie, you're in a little bit of a predicament. He can see that Becca has a pair of 3s, but having that 5 up also, she could have a very strong 4-card draw. And whenever he's drawing to a 9 and has that queen up there, he's got to catch multiple cards. And you got to catch multiple cards in stud. It's never a great feeling.
Like we went to Float Fest, John was like,
Lucas and Chad, how often does the game change? Every 7 hands, or otherwise when the button gets to the 1 seat, we change the games. It's a set line of games for the stream. We're gonna go through all 7 or 8 games, and then we will be Adi here from Dallas.
Yeah, and if you like mixed game content, be sure to like and share the stream so that we can get enough viewership to do this again, because it was great fun. All the players really enjoyed doing it. And there's definitely a mixed game contingent here in Dallas that are all looking to play small to mid-stakes mixed games. Any time of day, whether it's Wednesday morning or Friday night like this one was.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And we've got dealers that can do it here at TCH Dallas. So bring your friends. Let's play a game. Or 7.
I think Mark likes the Razz. Seems to be getting involved in a lot of these hands, and the board is cooperating with him here.
I think I've only seen like 3 Broadway cards for him within like 3 or 4 hands.
He pairs his 4, but it's a scary card with 7-3-4 showing. Although Nick does have a made 10 here.
He kind of like came,
that really is a thing.
That's
they did it again.
Julian call that a Mossberger? Whenever you catch a card and stuff that just doesn't cooperate with what you got going on at all. That's what that Queen of Spades is right there.
Like if you know that does that.
Catches any other low unpaired card can continue here against Nick's bet, but
Some anime
with Nick showing essentially that he's got an 8, can't really
Have you ever heard of serotonin syndrome?
hang around much longer.
It's a totally different. Like you can't justify pictures and then actually being there. It's totally different. Because even the videos, like the videos can't keep up with the light show, like, so you don't really get the full effect.
Adam has 3 to a 9. He's gonna make the call. Becca 3 to a 7. Very, very nice holding.
Better.
And Freddie also with some cards to work with. Very good stud hand. Pocket aces. For Kong there. Freddie is outie. Adam is in as Becca did complete. And away we go. 3 ways. Adam catches paint. Becca catches a little something. Looks like a 3 or a 4. 3. She does catch a 3. So that's a very nice hand for Miss Becca. Drawing to the wheel in Deuce-to-Seven. Happy to bet. Freddie happy to call. He does improve his hand.
There was no unnecessary.
Becca way in front here, but anything can happen to Razz. And I believe that's going to make Becca a pretty nutted up hand here, which
Becca
is an 8 on 5th Street.
Catches an 8, but Freddie here, not with the worst draw in the world, can catch a deuce 4, 6, or a 7.
Because, yeah, Becca's on 8 rough.
Can't catch the 7, but deuce 4 or 6 right here will put Freddie in the lead.
Innocuous 10 there for Becca. Oh. Or 9 there for Becca, excuse me, and a 5. Okay, pair of 5s now for Freddie. Doesn't change anything. He's still on an 8. A pretty nice 8 draw.
But it will change is just the representation, because the board is now a lot scarier, because you can, if Freddie has any card that's less than an 8 that's unpaired, he's got an 8-5, which beats your 8-7 here is Becca. Last card down and dirty, as Freddie does. He catches the deuce.
Becca's going to hate to see this one, as she was ahead a long portion of the way and just caught 2 non-important cards, as Freddie found some important ones. on 5th and 7th Street.
And this is the tough part about the limit games, because you're only calling 30 here to win 240, but it's just she's not very happy about it, as you can tell. And Freddie rolls it over 8-5.
8-5 is way good, and he'll take a pot down of $270.
Yeah, thank you. Just still cash and chip.
85, what did you have? 87.
And again, if you are enjoying what you're seeing today, it's a little bit different from our normal Hold'em stuff we usually do here on TCH Live. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button for us. Let us know that you want to see more content just like this. As we now move on to the next game, you might know this one. Big O, Congress, PLO 5, 8 or better is the name of this game.
That's going to be a call. And a call. Folds.
You're not going to steamroll us this round? This hand right now?
Not this hand. No promising.
It was very kind.
Too bad.
Or is it Deucey? Is it Deucey? Ah, darn it. I thought putting that plaque out there would really help me, but it's completely glared.
We're going forward. I need numbers starting here. 2, no, 3.
It is Deucey. We're playing Deucey.
I thought that it would show it on the graphic down there at the bottom right instead of where it says TCHL. So I thought it would say the game, but I guess not. But yeah, I saw that it was splitting the equity there, so it's a good chance, especially with these rags of hands that people are trying to play here, that we are playing Baducey.
All right.
He's like,
Baducey is just like Badugi, kind of. It's half Badugi. So you're going to get 5 cards, 3 draws at the opportunity to make your best 4-card Doogie, and then that's going to get half the pot. And then the other half of the pot goes to the best Deuce-to-Seven hand. If you know what Deuce-to-Seven is, that's 7, 5, 4, tray, deuce would be the perfect hand there.
I'm trying to make the worst possible hand in poker. 7 high with 5 cards. Straights and flushes count against you for the Deuce-to-Seven side, not for the Badugi side.
Basically playing.
Merk dealt half the nuts here. Aces are bad in this game in Deucey. Aces are high on both ends. So 5-4 tray deuce is actually the best Doogie, and he's got that. And he's actually got a queen low right now, which is good as Kong's got a pair of 6s.
I know the Saturday fight's going to be the busiest.
Oh, last. Perfect. You guys?
11. I'm getting there early. I'm excited. I have to.
Kong misses. But he does have...
Merk catches the perfect card for the wrong game.
Oh, no.
That we will be playing later on in the stream. But he still does have the best hand for the Badugi, so he can comfortably put in a bet here and just try and blow Kong off the chop, which with his king high, he didn't really think he was good, but as soon as he sees that ace, he knows.
Oh.
This is going to be one of the few games where ace is bad. Ace plays high, and it's going to be the highest. So.
I'm getting really good at doing this left-handed, man. Okay.
Freddie dealt a good deuce hand here. Does have a 3-card 7 right now for Doogie.
It's a little bit of a bait because it's a 9-high straight, so it's not really gonna help you out on the deuce side, but I guess you can.
He can cleanly
draw
one.
right.
Yeah, he can cleanly draw one.
But you're really looking for those cards like deuce 3 and 4. Whenever you hold a 6 in your hand, you have a lot, like potential to make a lot of straights like this. You don't want to leave home without a deuce or a 7, so that way you can make the nuts and you're not going to make a lot of straights. You can't make straight if you have a deuce and a 7. So. Good game right here, pulling it out of the muck. We got 5 players drawing 11 cards, 13 cards.
Which was awesome.
Ooh, Kong here drawing very smooth. He's going to catch a 97 with a 7 Doogie. It's going to be nut at the moment. Freddie going to lead out here with his 3-card 7. Doesn't have much doing on the Deuce-to-Seven side of things, but
Gets Adam in there.
Nick's gonna 2-bet it here.
Everyone's in there. Yeah. Wow. Oh boy.
Because he has a 8 Badugi, and since he's got the pair of 4s there, you can see that since he's got the 4 and the 5 of spades, but since he's got the 4 clubs, he can throw the 4 of spades just without even thinking about it too much and try and catch, you know, 6, 3, or 7 here to hit his deuce hand while he's already got his Badugi. But Kong's got him pipped here with the 7 doogie, so
So many different aspects to poker about these mixed games.
gonna need to catch perfect.
It's not just check or bet.
His perfect card is already in Adam's hand, so
A lot of regret.
it's gonna be rough.
Some of them are good.
Sit down, Frankie, sir. Sir, if you can hear me yesterday, thank you.
Did you get rid of anything?
Who's gonna get rid of anything good? I mean,
Well, you had to have something in your hand that was good.
Nick's gonna draw very smooth here and catch an
Frankie had
87.
something in his hand.
Feels like dirty. Yeah.
Not the smoothest 8 that you can make, but
Have you not noticed, like,
it's going to be ahead of a lot of hands, especially when people are drawing multiple cards 2 and 2.
A little bit more efficient with my scanning here.
Rebecca, did you play any of the stud tournaments in Choctaw?
87, 8 Doogie. I mean, he's in there. See it showdown. Like,
that was the only one. That
Yeah.
I believe there's one more draw, but he's probably going to stand pat.
Yeah, I missed that too.
Being in first position, that'll be very strong, so I don't see him getting too many more bets in here. Actually, I forget that Kong's behind him with a monster, so Kong's going to juice it up and try and get somebody else caught in the middle. It looks like Adam's going to oblige here with his very smooth draw.
Super turbo.
Drawn to a 76.
No, not for arena.
It went like
So it's going to go pat and then draw 1.
I was gonna pat, but
I think you can hear him say here he was gonna pat.
I didn't have to go like that.
I'll take one.
Well, I
Better
mean,
check again.
Last round of betting.
See what Adam catches here.
they both.
His hand is gonna end here.
I didn't mean
Why would they pat each
One
other?
scan. One scan.
You know what we're playing here?
And still didn't read. Perfect.
Check.
I know which one you drew.
By that show of emotion there, gotta imagine he did not find perfect.
Not quite, so we're going to go ahead and chop this one up. You got an 87 for the Deuce-to-Seven side, and you have a 7-5 3-deuce doogie for Kong.
they left you out, Adam.
For what?
They left you out of this one.
Half and half.
Alex Bonensteiner, I don't mind explaining it again. So we're playing the game Baducey. So the way to tell the difference really between Badugi, Baducey, and Baducey is actually pretty simple. So if it has the word bad in it, that means half the pot is at least going to the best Badugi hand, which is 4 cards, ace, deuce, 3, 4 traditionally. Well, the best 4 low cards of different suits. That's going to be half the pot. And then in Deucey here, the Deucey part refers to Deuce-to-Seven, which means 7, 5, 4 trade deuce. The best 5-card version of that in your hand wins half the pot as well.
we were.
Yep,
we were
split
on
pot
the
game.
great
You're trying to
round.
make a rainbow, and in this one specifically, Baducey, the worst possible hand. 7-5, 4-3 deuce.
Second's great.
I mean,
Different
second is
suits.
awesome.
Second's awesome, but
You're so close.
Adam here going to start off with
Like, you never know
3
when
to
you're
different
gonna get
suits. He's
back
going to be drawn to an 8-6 here. Nick with a candidate to bluff with here. He's got 2 pairs, 7s and deuces. But whatever you have a hand like this, especially going multi-ways, you know that only
We started cheering for
2
another
other
guy at the
people
table 'cause he
can
had no
potentially
reserve.
have a 7 or a deuce. So
It's 30, right?
you can feel comfortable here bumping it up.
He doubled and then he doubled again, and yeah, he wound up winning.
No, he started playing PLO 2 months ago, he said.
oh god.
So we're going to see a lot of hands here that need help.
Yeah.
A lot of pairs.
It's not like some guy that just came off the street never played, you know.
Nick going to draw 2.
Everyone looks like they're drawn 2. Every single player's drawn 2.
Yeah, very easy draw. Just throw the just flip a coin really. Just throw either the 7 deuce. Catches another deuce. So now he's seen 3 deuces and 2 7s. So he knows that people can't really be nutted on their Deuce-to-Seven side of things. So
Yeah, that's. I also what I like about learning these is it makes me think about poker. In ways
especially
I've never
catching
thought
that
about.
spade, he's got a 3-card 7 here, and he can throw the deuce of diamonds and the queen of diamonds to potentially catch that low heart. to seal up the Badugi side of things. And I mean, on the deuce, he's drawing very smooth as well. So even though he's not quite ahead, I guess you could say. I mean, he is ahead on the Badugi side of things, as we can see.
Too small.
But he's going to need a little bit of help from the draws here.
Or maybe not some of the younger kids.
2, 1, 1, 2, I believe.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
a lot to you.
And just for the little fun tidbit, when you're playing these games at home, you always go in button order when declaring how many cards you want to draw. So you can say a number and then put it out in front of you. You can just put the cards out in front of you. But once you do it, it's locked in.
Nic catches a really bad draw here. Catches a king and a queen of spades. Freddie actually catching pretty smooth here. He catches an 8-5 smooth with a 3-card 4, which is going to be very strong. Of course, he doesn't have a Doogie, and in Baducey, whenever you're playing with 5 cards and 3 draws, it is a lot easier to hit a Badugi than whenever you're playing just straight Badugi. So he may not just, go balls to the wall and pump the action the entire way, but he can feel pretty comfortable that his Deuce-to-7 hand is gonna take half the pot here.
Do you want me to look through them and put it in?
Unless the action goes crazy.
Well,
of course.
You can't see anything.
yeah, should be a stud. Should be stud 8.
We haven't
Should be
had a
next.
single flop game at all.
Well, we only have like we have. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we had Annie.
Freddie here finds an 8 perfect
Blinds.
for the deuce side.
We're only playing like 2 flop games.
I know. None of them are in here.
I believe Nic caught the 7 in the deuce that he already had from the first pitch.
Pretty sick.
Okay.
We really should.
So yet again, he knows. Now I've seen 4 deuces and 3 7s across, even though they were the same deuces and 7s.
I think we need a rescan here. I see a paint card for Kong.
Right, like this is one of the situations where it's probably just one card in the deck that's not scanning, and whenever one card doesn't scan in a hand, it will not scan the entire hand. But you can see there that Kong has I believe that's a diamond, so you're going to see a 4-card Doogie versus a 3-card Doogie. So Kong's going to take half with the Badugi, and then Freddie's going to take half with the Deuce-to-7.
Yeah.
And then on to the next one.
I wish we could. I forgot what game. Oh yeah.
Alright, 4 of you. Let me see some numbers.
Looks like we're going 4 ways here on this one. Kong gonna draw 3. Love to see it.
Frankie's got a tough decision which 5 he wants to throw. Whether he wanted to throw the 9 along with it, or looks like he's going to throw the 9, 5, and the 6. Draw smooth.
Wow. And he surely gets pretty dang close.
Catches pretty good. Catches a 3-card 5, and once again catches the important cards of the pair of deuces. And the 7. So drawing smooth paid off.
Adam here, a made 8 right now for deuce.
And he's also got a 7 Doogie, 7-6-5 deuce.
That's not such a bad hand. He's happy to raise it on up.
Yeah, puts in the 2 bets. Merk here with the 10 Doogie is, I'm assuming that's why he let out there, and then he can always just throw the king to try and potentially hit a lower diamond or club. I mean, obviously you're trying to hit the lower diamond. You want your, you'd rather be playing an 8 than a 10.
Bleeding down money.
Especially in this game when the lowest Doogie card, lowest Doogie you can make is a 5. There's a lot of potential there for people to make a 6 Doogie, 7 Doogie. So 10, you're not really liking where you're at. Kong here catching a 97 for the deuce side of things, and it also has a 7 Doogie right there. So we've got some interesting hands here, but he is pipped on the Badugi side of things by Adam. You can see that it goes 7-6-5-4 for Kong, and they go 7-6-5 deuce for Adam. So Adam having the 4th lower card, he's going to take the lead on the Badugi side of things. However, Kong's going to lead out here because the 7 Doogie pretty strong. What do you do as Frankie here with 1 to come and a wheel draw, essentially?
Fold.
Good call.
Why waste $30? You got, if you're playing 5-card draw, like 5-card draw high, and you got 4-door royal, but you know you're getting bet, 2-bet, 3-bet.
one
like,
out.
what are you doing?
No.
He's basically drawing to 1 out.
He's got way more than that. Way more.
Was sloppy seconds included?
People throw away pairs all the time.
I don't know, man. Anyway, we're getting to showdown, and it looks like Adam just going to get a whole scoopy.
Yeah, Kong put in 1 bet there, and Adam, he was thinking he should raise in the back of his mind, was a little bit reluctant because the Doogie side of things, like I said, there's 6 Doogies that can be made, stronger 7s that can be made, and he really only had Kong pipped there by only 2 cards there, the deuce versus the 4 at the end of the Badugi, so very happy to just put in the last bet, see that he's got the scooper, and take it all down.
Somebody actually did that?
Yeah.
That's super degenerate.
They played with real money, basically.
That sounds fun. Yeah, because then that would be a 1,500
They
buy.
played it with real money.
That'd be a 1.5 because that's what you start off.
Who does the Monopoly tournament every year?
He was just talking about that. I'll come in.
It's a big tournament.
That's something I should be watching.
I made a joke about that. He was like, no, they really do that. I'm like, oh, I learned something new.
It's some kind of bracket.
And this is what you want to see at a mixed game.
Handed in the winner, I don't know.
6 players
I don't know.
to the first draw.
7-handed, go 6 ways.
Or folded. I mean, Nick.
You may not be able to see it very well due to the camera angles, but whenever you do run out of cards on the pitch, what you do is take the muck, not the cards that were discarded on the draw, and then shuffle them up, box them, take just put a real quick cut onto the other card, and then continue the draws. So you are catching cards that people could have had in their hands on previous streets, but you're not going to catch any cards that people discard on that draw. So you'll see right now.
You're seeing it right here.
Been doing a little shuffle and a cut because he was unable to complete Freddie's draw right there, drawing 3. But as we always like to say, that's the sign of a good mixed game if you have to shuffle, because people are getting in there with some pretty marginal hands. But as I say that, Frankie here has a 8-7 smooth. Not much. He's got a 3-card doogie, but it being a 7, there's not much doing there. Freddie's hand's not scanning, but he seems to like whatever he drew there, drawing 3.
I was in call 15, then at 30.
Oh. It's a fun game, though.
Make it 45. Yeah.
I was going to play.
Yeah, he took his 15 back.
I know, I should.
Very speculative.
Yeah, and he raised him.
Frankie pumps the action here, 3 bets.
Money back and put in 2 big chips, so it's considered.
Trying to get somebody stuck in the middle.
I mean, you got to made half the pot pretty much at this point.
45?
87 perfect.
Sorry, Dan.
Adam calling down. He's drawing to 86 rough, or 87 rough.
Of course, he's
Trying
been
to
a
say
pad.
a sick angle.
He's been a pad, of course. Yeah.
Does have a doogie, or no doogie though. He's got
And I'm going to draw
Got a 3-card
7.
doogie. I'm going to assume here, even though Freddie's hand's not scanning, that he does have a Badugi. And if he draws 1 here, it'll probably cement that theory.
I got you.
What's your bottom? I want to see your bottom.
Also with the way that the action went and him raising it to 2 bets there after the first draw. Frankie comfortable leading out here.
Can I just do this?
Yeah, just like
See, you'll notice the cards won't scan whenever they're on top of each other. Once they all get spread out, they usually will scan.
I'm on that side, not this side.
In this instance.
Apparently you've
It might
never
be
dealt
the
game
one card
before
that
here.
we're worrying about here.
Stick to the card now.
I think I do a deck
Have you
change
never
pretty
dealt
soon.
the screen?
Maybe after this round.
could be
Saturday.
People to scan their card.
Well, I know, but since you
each player drawing one going into the final draw. Frankie's got to be pretty comfortable about his situation right here.
Oh.
Like when you only have to scan 2, that's easy.
2 shuffles and 2 hearts. Sorry.
2 hearts, is it in there?
It's in there somewhere.
Oh, I won it. Can I get that one? No, actually, you know what? I don't want it.
As you can see, when you do multiple draws, you run out of cards, and you got to shuffle them in to make a new stub for the deck. And that's what I'm doing right now. But these cards are really tough. They're much thicker and tougher to square up, because you can't just pick up the deck and square it like a normal end of hand procedure. You have to keep the cards flat on the table.
He checked. Oh, I need to scan.
But we eventually got there though, and Frankie looking pretty good with his 8. And he's just gonna check.
Uh-oh.
Let Adam do the betting, and he will.
Crying call. Crying.
Give me half the pot.
Oh.
Wait, that's okay.
I think you got it.
I got a 9 Doogie, 79.
Oh my gosh, Adam.
I gave me half
He's
the
gonna
pot.
get
Just
2
give me half the pot.
callers.
I got a 79.
We will see a showdown,
Do you have a Badugi?
A second.
as it looks like the cards refuse to read for Adam and Freddie. Remember that an ace is no good in this, so I'm sure Freddie got rid of the ace. Aces are high.
I think Freddie's hand reads correctly, but he's got a 9 Doogie, so he's playing the Badugi side of things, and then Adam right there drew into a 7.
Yeah,
So
you don't break that. You don't break that.
so he's gonna get Frankie there.
Yeah, he just outdrew you.
Yeah, I just outdrew you. You don't ever break that.
Yeah, don't ever break
that. I just outdrew you.
And guys, we had a whopping 509 entries in today's flight alone of the 250K guarantee, which puts our prize pool for the whole event at just over 590,000. We more than 2x the guarantee. We were hoping we were going to do so, and not only did we do so, we're just enthralled that we did. It's only possible with the players here from our Dallas area, and anyone who came from out of town. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much if you're watching today. Just amazing. I'm so excited to be able to commentate, play, and be a part of this tournament. And you will be seeing the final table for that tomorrow evening. Stay tuned to Texas Card House Live as we're on to the next hand here. Becca with good Doogie start. 3-card perfect start here.
However, it's not going to be perfect because we are playing Baducey.
Ah, shoot.
So the ace plays high.
Dang it. Oh, God. And I would know that on the table. And that's a lesson for y'all. The ace is high in Baducey. When we play Baducey later, the ace is good.
Like a strong one? A weak one?
I mean, Baducey is probably just the easier game to teach people, you know, because it makes more natural sense.
Cards you drew in all day.
I feel like you need to learn Badugi first,
Badugi first.
Deuce-to-Seven on its own, and then you can put them together.
All right, fair enough.
No,
I tell you, just assume that you're,
Oh, I do? Oh my gosh.
because I think when you draw, he wipes it clean, right? He doesn't know which card you scan. He has to scan all of it.
Merk with a check and a 2-card hand here. Needs some help, but he's drawn to a good deuce hand. Needs to find a 3 or a 6, or maybe even an 8 to feel better about his hand.
Any of those 3 cards will do just fine.
And Becca makes a 9, still has a 3-card 6. Excuse me, makes a queen and a 3-card 6.
Kong
Gonna
accidentally
check.
catches an 8-high straight here.
Whoopsies. Straight star, no good in these games.
Ooh. Merk does make his 8.
Ooh, that is pretty strong. Has no potential at the Doogie, though. And it's an 8 rough, so he does have to play a little cautiously. He just calls the bets.
Then I imagine he'll stand pat here. Because unlike when you have the Badugi side of this game locked up, you can kind of draw one without really worrying about messing up your Badugi side of things. But if you're playing for the 5-card hand and you draw one, there's always that chance that you can pair up or
And this is my
make a straight. Really mess up your day, especially if you only got a 2-card Doogie going into the final draw.
Yep. Becca looking to catch any low spade here with her 2 draws.
Just intentionally not scan one of the cards. Just to be like,
Kong makes a 9.
He was
See
on
here,
the
Becca's hand hasn't quite scanned. She's got to spread them all out real quick.
I don't think we've gone over that with her. There we go. Got
See,
it.
once
Nice.
they get scanned out, or spread out, they all work. And she actually caught perfect there. 86 with a 3-card Doogie, so it's going to be not exactly nut in the name of the game, but she folds.
I got a 9-8.
Whoa.
Shocked.
I got a that low.
I got, yeah, we got to do something.
Shocked. I'm actually shocked.
No, you don't.
he does. He literally has
She might have had a pair there, I guess.
All right, I got half.
Oh, no, the hands on the head. Yep, she realizes the 86 was good.
86 usually pretty good in most spots.
I don't know. There's
I'll bet you they call
quite a few 7s that could be made. I mean, there's 5 7s, and there's 85.
I mean, facing draws, Merk could be just padding with a 9.
True. I mean, I don't know. The pat seems very strong, like, especially like I said. Whenever somebody says pat, you assume they're playing for the 5-card hand, and I mean you don't really know about their Badugi, but whenever they're playing for the 5-card hand and don't want to break it, they seem to be pretty content with what they got. So I don't know. Maybe a prudent fold, maybe the wrong decision. Who knows? Frankie choosing not to get involved there with the 3-card 8 and the pair. Easy 2-card draw, but
Sure, I didn't put you in. You got plenty
thought better of it.
You didn't bag yesterday, or you didn't bag the other day?
You can multiple bag, right? You can bag
Did you or did
multiple
you not?
bags.
That is your name.
Take your biggest stack with you.
Don't bubble bag.
2, 2, and 3 are the draws. Love to see it.
Me and Tyler were looking
In
for
two
my
bet
name,
pot.
we couldn't find it. And we're like, there's no way she fucking.
Are you? Good. Do you want to
Very
join?
nice,
You want a
very
multi-table?
nice.
Kong,
Rolled up.
the absolute worst possible draw that you could get in this game. Kong draws 3 aces.
Little green light.
Which are not superb.
And contrary to Kong's bad luck, Freddie actually draws pretty perfect here. He's only got 2 suits, so he's not going to really win anything on the Badugi side of things. But a 76 is pretty strong for the Baducey.
Which means he wants to pile in money there multi-way. He doesn't really care what happens heads up.
It's an excellent result whenever you're only playing for half the pot to take a scooper.
This game feels too honest right now.
I even told Steve.
I know.
They call me
I
now.
told her, I mixed it.
Right?
Hey.
And it won't.
Hey.
Looks like we got a game change
A lot of
here.
money there.
I,
You know,
It is
was
time.
low and it was high.
That was like fumbled.
Everybody?
I believe we're going to switch to Big O this time.
Okay.
Because
I didn't want to say it.
don't want to do multiple draws and studs in a row.
Deteriorating.
So since we just played Baducey and the only other game like that left is Baducey, I'm assuming that this is going to be Congress.
All right. This is a lot of these players' bread and butter. 5-card, 8 or better.
Ooh, and we actually have some monsters here. We have 2 people with ace deuce, Rebecca here with the suited ace deuce and aces.
That's strong.
Kong
Going
also
all
with
the way.
ace deuce 3. No suit on his ace. Merk has a suit on his ace and one other wheel card to go along with it.
Something, pot odds and position.
I'm just calling it ahead.
Adam probably shooting for the high here, but with the 5-3, you never know what can happen. Looking to catch some key cards, though.
You asked that before we started.
4 bets, right?
And it looks like it's capped. Oh, now we're going over the discussion. Yeah.
45.
This is where, because there's a lot of difference as far as how many bets, how many raises. when does it cap in your limit game? Some places it's 3 bets, and then the last bet is a cap. Some places it's 4 bets, and the last bet is a cap.
I think I said bet and 4 raises, and I may have confused Merk. But I essentially meant like the big blinds out there 15 and then 4 raises. So 2 bets, 3 bets, 4 bets is the terminology. So after 4 bets, it's cap.
King, Queen, King, Queen 3 on this board. 2 hearts. Merk with the nut flush draw. Also top pair to go along with it.
Adam's open-ended. And bottom pair, but Becca's actually going to still lead out here with her aces.
Yeah, I mean, the aces are currently, oh, no good. Kong's got top and bottom.
Becca's going to like seeing the 3 out there with ace deuce 4. If another low card comes here, she's...
Oh, boy. It's a low card, and it's the 4 of hearts. Merk makes the nuts. The nut high, and then both Kong, Becca with the low draw. Checks all the way over to Merk, who's going to happily 2-bet.
They both have the nut low draw here, but it's not the cleanest draw in the world because neither one of them has a 5. So if ace or deuce comes, they're both playing, you know, the higher side or even maybe not even having a low.
It's going to be a 6 of spades, and that will give Becca and Kong the low. Merk with the nut high is going to get half the pot. Those two, if they get to showdown, will receive only quarters.
I feel very comfortable here putting in 2 bets and being a limit game and having, you know, the nuts on one side. You're going to think you're pretty good here with ace deuce, but Kong, he's a little hesitant. He knows he's probably getting quartered here. Merk shows the nut flush. Beck shows ace deuce. Ace deuce. 3/4 scenario here. Nice little pot for Merk.
Pay the board.
What?
I don't care. I don't care. I don't like baseball.
That's a good hand, Rebecca.
She already got 3/4 between
Yeah,
them.
get in there.
Yeah. That's not even, yeah.
I flipped 2 pairs and a flush draw.
Can't be, I like that. It can't be counterfeited usually.
Yeah.
Usually.
He wanted to raise.
Captain Under Pairs has 1.6 million TCH loyalty points.
Yeah, dude.
Amazing roll.
Grinding one roll at a time, and you can only gamble up to 10,000 at once. So
put in the work.
Well, the thing is, like, even if you just gamble the minimum over the infinite course of time, you're gonna make more points because the high rolls get odds. They have additional odds, and the low rolls don't have negative odds. So if you just roll the minimum every time, you will have infinite points.
Ben Miney over here working out the system.
Just saying. So if you just bet the minimum, friends.
Counting points.
Thing is, you just gotta have patience. 30 minutes at a time. Roll 10.
I'll check. Give him a freebie.
For all my loyalty point D-chens in the chat.
Can we get some fans up here?
Not the most beautiful of starting hands here for
poker.
Congress,
Sorry.
but Becca gonna catch top 2 and a gutter ball here.
He's happy to go ahead bet this one.
Yeah, it's pretty warm up here.
Yes, it's technically a double gutter, but only one of them's gonna give her the nuts.
2 bets from Adam. Not sure what he's working with. Maybe some sort of straight draw, low draw. Well, that's some of those straight draws.
Yeah, Merk does hit his queen jack here.
And Becca also hits jack 7.
Right, and she does have a flush draw as well. Considering how it comes in backdoor, you can't really imagine that anybody's rucking the ace high flush draw or anything bigger.
All this happening, and Adam's still 3-betting. Gotta imagine he's got to have some wrap to the nuts here style hand.
Queen jack as well, trying to blow players off their low draws potentially. Merk's gonna cap it up here with the queen jack.
Big pot.
What did you say, Reba?
We're off to a river.
Ooh, brings in an ace.
Oh boy.
It's gonna make Merk's hand look very strong here.
Low comes in.
He's got the second nut low and the nut high. Adam slowing down a little bit here with that low card comes out. Looks like he tabled Queen Jack right there, I believe. Shows it.
Oh, they both had Queen Jack, just like you mentioned.
A little bit of frustration. Becca getting caught in the middle there with her Jack high straight. Loses to both the Queen high straights, and then Merk's going to take the full half of the low.
He had ace 3 over there. Brutal. Wow. Ace 3 in the nuts. Ouchie. Yeah.
Another quartering scenario. Always takes a second.
Well, they said they.
You caught the gutter ball.
No shortcuts on stream. No shortcuts.
Yeah, gutter balls are.
No shortcuts ever, dealers out there in the world. Don't do shortcuts, they lose you jobs.
I knew the ace was a very good card.
If you're a Congress player, you know what I mean.
If you play like this, I'm in.
Always have your dealer just do it.
I want to see y'all battle.
Looks like we got the straddle on this hand, going up to 30. One of Kong's favorite games, so he's happy to oblige with the straddle.
Always easier to straddle in a game you know everything about.
And of course, to be in limit, you don't really have to worry about somebody popping it to 150 plus on you.
Just okay,
right
I'll
away.
15.
Exactly.
It's 1 out of 4, so is that 100 players are going to 72? No.
Not a very Congress-oriented flop there with the 994.
How many have they had total?
Merk just gonna see what everybody's got. Just has the bottom pair here, bottom 2 pair, ace 4. Freddie gonna look him up.
Same thing. But the nut diamond draw. So he's looking a lot better as now 6 comes on the turn.
Actually takes the lead there.
Yep, ace 6 with a diamond draw and misses that, but he does have kings, ace king basically is the hand here.
Both of them have an ace king.
Yeah.
Only top 8% cashes?
After he goes check on the turn, Freddie chooses to lead out on this river. Interesting choice.
There's a couple times when I posted and it's been late.
Merk thinking about calling here, potentially with the absolute bottom of the range, rubbing the chips.
Free me.
I mean, I gotta feel better about
Calls.
I only got ace king.
Might just stay on the
Chop it up.
Freddie says all I've got is ace king. So, hey, that's all I got too, man.
She messaged me. She was like, what are you thinking of?
They're gonna pull back their bets. We chop this one up.
I said I can't beat mine.
You can see here, Freddie, the big winner of the night. At this point, he's up over $600.
Frank the Bank right behind him, close second. First time ever playing mix, playing on live stream with some regular crushers. And
He played a lot of the mixed tournaments out at the WSOP this year, though. He's telling us all about it, and that is so awesome.
yeah, I was talking to him quite a bit about that after the stream was over, saying that he wanted to really put the time in, and then next time go out to the series, really crush those smaller fields of the mixed game tournaments, because where we were kind of talking about is it's a smaller field, smaller buy-in, and bigger edge. So what's not to like?
You just need to get those live reps.
Right.
And this is that for our players.
Well,
And we hope y'all are having a great time as well, learning something, maybe having a great time listening to the voices of Ben Miney and Cooper Wise, our director back here from TCH Live, who is a mixed game aficionado, and that's why I'm letting him talk more.
Adam here getting a little frisky with the trip 4s in his hand. Usually this is where we make sure that the cards are scanned properly.
Checks to Miss Becca, who's going to bet her 2 kings.
Adam saying, I believe that he thought he had 2 2s and 2 4s, which would make sense because he thought he had bottom set there, but then realizing that you have trip 4s is never good.
you must have been stopped. You must have been stopped.
Is it infinite? Is it cool to hang with you guys?
Merk with a suited ace deuce, also suited on his queen.
My parents even talked about going, so play it by ear.
Imagine he'd come in for 2 bets
We'll
here.
definitely meet up with you guys at least.
I'm stoked.
Oh yeah.
2 bets.
Me too.
You gotta watch Tom in person. You never watched him in person, right?
Have not.
Stall.
I'm not the best at this game, so don't judge me, guys.
Fold. Alright, we got 5.
5 of us?
I know I play too many hands in this game.
5 players?
Going 5 ways to a flop.
Somebody's
I
playing bad.
remember sitting next to
Just
you.
do a self-analysis.
It was smooth.
Somebody's playing bad in this group.
Monotone flop. 3 hearts.
It will be a bet. 15.
See, Merk's going to be in the lead here with the queen high flush.
I didn't know that was the opening game, too.
Freddie's got the nut low draw.
After the retirement scare, I was like,
Not uncounterfeitable, but he does have the ace of hearts here, so he could be thinking about just pumping it the whole way and representing. And
This hand would play a lot better in regular Big O.
of course, but
Pot limit Big O.
catching that 7, he could feel a lot more comfortable having half the pot semi-locked up here. I mean, he still is counterfeitable on his low draw if he catches an ace or a 4. Hands like 5-6, 5-4.
That doesn't happen though. The 7 does pair the board of the river, and the queen eye flush is good for the high. And
It's a very good scare card for Freddie here too. I mean, he was representing the ace high flush. Now he can represent top set, 2 pair.
oh, he does make the fold. A good, great point, Cooper.
Recognized him before.
Beautiful. Just with the nut low and shows the ace of hearts and
Don't know if
takes
it's
it down.
right or what. This hand?
So humble about
I beg to differ.
Adam putting the straddle on.
I'll take it. How we doing? Good to go?
Bunch of nothing going around right now.
I don't know if that's really playing a part.
Merk with a decent hand is gonna come along.
Suited ace. 4 low cards.
Use error. Use error.
Gets in there.
I can use that one. Let's see if it makes it.
And it comes 6 tray 7, 2 clubs. Merk flops a low, an ace 5 low,
Becca
and a
here,
nut flush draw.
Becca here flops the nut straight and top 2 pair, and second nut low with ace 4. So she's definitely, as you see Adam lead out here. What's Adam leading out with? Adam's leading out with his low, which is 5 deuce, which is not bad. I mean, you're still behind ace deuce, ace 4, and ace 5, but you're right there in the mix, especially if an ace comes. Merk here gonna juice it up with his. Merk's got a very nice wrap here along to go along with his flush draw. Catch a 9-8 or a 5 to hit it straight. So Becca caps it. Merk calls. Adam comes along. 8 of clubs. Wow. Just gin for Merk right here.
Bank City blocking the straight. No, 6 card straight flush.
I'm excited.
I like these games too.
It's that one bet. Other players now hesitant after all that flop action.
Very like
3 pairs the board.
up here about what I'm gonna play, but instead 8, like so
Can't imagine Merk's.
when like just do
I mean, well, did he have the betting lead going into this?
He led on the turn whenever he hit
so-
clubs.
I don't think he checks here. I think he's still. Oh, he does check.
especially if you don't
He
have
checked after Adam seemed to bet out of turn there. Little.
Oh, I see.
And
Rules is
then
rules.
Becca not too happy with her second not low there with ace 4. Just going to get out of the way. Too easy for somebody to have ace deuce in this game. But unfortunately, she's going to see that Merk was only playing ace 5. Would have had him pipped. And then he's got 3s full for the high. So he's going to take the whole thing. Scooper.
and went for the cap on the flop.
Damn it, I would have got the high. I would have had a.
Flop the nut straight and top 2.
That 8 or better is your game.
Looks like this could be the last hand of Big O
No, the
before we
next
change to. I'm assuming it's going to be stud 8. I think we ended on Baducey.
no sexual content here.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Nick with a very nice hand here. Ace deuce with the suited ace to the clubs.
I feel reluctant folding because I would have folded quads the only time I folded 4.
Adam going to defend his big blind here with not the greatest holding in the world, but it's got potential. May choose to represent on a board like this. That's a little bit scary for somebody who may be playing low cards.
They would be glad to provide you with a hat.
And he does. He goes for the check raise. And snap fold from Nick. And he shows it. Pair of deuces.
I'm about to bring it.
Wow, everybody got a low card.
Low card brings it in, deuce of spades. $5.
I had the highest price.
Yep. Here we go. Back to the stud.
Ah, yes. This is my game. It's my favorite game. Stud 8 or better. Players are going to receive up to potential of 7 cards, 4 up, 3 down. Half the pot is a split pot game. Half the pot goes to the best high hand, and half the pot goes to the best 8 or better hand. If there are no 8 or better hands that qualify, the high scoops.
Merk's starting with jacks in the hole here. Catches an ace as an up card. Very, very scary hand here. And since he does have the ace of spades, the way that the betting works in the stud high-low game is that the best hand showing in your up cards is going to take the betting lead. So, see there with ace 7, he's going to lead out, especially with this pair of jacks. Can feel pretty comfortable trying to catch 2 pair here, potentially trips.
Pair is new. And 7 of spades going to be pair of 6s first.
Freddie here catching 2 pair on 5th Street. 6s and 4s.
If you have a pair.
And since the 6s are showing, he takes the betting lead, but he decides to check it.
Very susceptible hand.
You can lead out.
Merk still
One club, right?
And big bet instead of small bet.
taking that line. Although he does have a 6 as an up card there, so it makes it a lot less likely for Freddie to have 3 6s.
Merk picks up a flush draw here on 6th Street.
Only on regular set, not 7.
Oh, okay.
In addition to that, so he can find any other pair to make a better 2 pair against Freddie. Or any spade to make a flush, but currently, and he misses all of that.
Down and dirty.
Down and dirty is jacks, no good for Merk. He had everything on the 6th Street. But Freddie was 6s up, gonna do it. No low to be had.
All of his 2 pair outs were live, flush outs were live. Yeah, it's a heartbreaker for stud.
Winner, chicken dinner.
$5. And a 2 bet. Oh, complete. That's cool.
Oh, here comes the.
There's 2 bet.
Merk's starting with 3 to a suit here. Going to complete it, bump it up.
Wait, oh yeah, so this is the thing. So
Yeah,
one
that's why
chip-
I knew that as soon as I threw it.
One chip can't cover the bet. That's the rule, guys. One chip can't cover the bet. You put it into.
It looks like Becca with the queen showing 2 bets it. It kind of raises alarm bells in the player's head that she's probably got a pair of queens under there, maybe even rolled up.
I know better. Shame on me for that.
And we got multiple players.
I need a very good card, I guess.
Don't we all?
That's a good card.
4th Street coming. And wow, 4 diamonds for Merk.
Beautiful looking draw there.
That's a gorgeous hand.
Everybody else doesn't really catch what they're looking for here. Both Freddie and Adam were going for the low side of things, it looks like, and both caught at jacks, so not great, but still going to continue.
Beck with her queens still in the lead, does continue, and looks like getting all the calls.
Merk,
See you at the river, y'all.
Merk bumped it up to 2 bets there, and still
I would too.
Everybody came along, so.
Did he just find it on 5th Street?
It looks like a pair of 4s.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Oof, I see those red cards. I'm just. Well, he does improve to a pair of 4s. No good against the queens yet. And let's see here. 4 to a low for Adam.
Yeah, he picks up a good low draw here. Freddie catching that queen while he was going for lows. Gonna get out of there pretty quickly.
It's actually much harder to make a low in this game than it is, for example, Congress or Big O. So it's very, very good when you can find one.
Merk catching 9s and 4s here.
Ooh, weird.
But Adam has a pair of jacks showing, so he's going to take the betting lead.
And Becca improves to queens up.
All right.
Yeah, queens and 3s.
Yeah, 2 pair over 2 pair here. Back with the best hand. Does make the call. Oh, Beck actually 2 bets. Merk with the flush draw and 2 pair.
You're right.
Okay.
No
down
low
and
draw,
dirty.
though.
We might not even
Here we
make
go.
it to,
Down and dirty.
all
Merc
the
hits
games
the flush.
till
Wow. Almost a straight flush. Jeez. Turn that 9 upside down, and it's a 9.
Raise
but-
it up.
Adam checks his jacks. Becca bets, and
Oh,
Merc
how
quickly
sick.
raises, but
I think we started
she's gonna find out the 2 pair is no good.
How sick. It's real.
And it's even worse because Merkel is only showing 2 diamonds up. So for him to have a flush, he has to have caught it on 7th Street, and Becca knows that. So it's very unlikely, looking at his board, that she's getting beat by a better 2 pair or a flush. It pretty much has to be trips or a boat in that situation.
I'll tell you later.
And the Deuce-to-Seven brings it in. Already got it. $5.
Oh, shit. I haven't looked.
Beautiful stud 8 starter for Freddie. Suited ace, deuce.
You'd like the 9 to be a diamond and really like an 8 of diamonds, but
I mean,
yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah.
It's better than nothing, especially
than
if you
nothing.
got to be the bring in. It's nice to at least have a suited ace deuce to start.
I fold. I don't know why.
And a call. Still $5.
And it looks like we're getting a limp pot here. Unless
Not
Nick
if-
has something to say about it. No, limp pot.
Nothing to say about it.
If it was a long-term backing situation,
That shouldn't matter.
yeah, it should.
7 hearts. 4 of hearts.
It does.
As you can see,
Because
the
there's no-
up card pitch takes a little bit because I got to read them out as soon as they come out. And I got to wait for the okay.
Get back what was collected.
Sometimes that can just be
No,
really
that was a
slow.
cash
So
game.
thank you all for the patience.
Looks
Looks like we get to 5th Street.
And,
Pair of 4s for
you know, we
Freddie.
get
Pair of
64
kings for
split.
Adam.
And if she breaks even, she still gets a 64.
And a pair of 10s for Nick. Everyone paired up here. And Nick not even going to bite.
On the
Adam
original
takes down
buy-in?
that little
That's
pot there. Shows the king. Yeah.
Why is it different?
Bringing in the ante. That's double whammy.
Got 140 of you guys hanging out with us in the chat tonight. Thank you so much for watching the 1530 Limit Poker Mixed Game
You might just win it right here.
from Texas Card House, Dallas. My name is Ben Miney, joined alongside Cooper Wise. We're having a good time.
You're gonna get mine.
As here we see pair of trays for Nick. Adam completes with a suited ace king. Shooting for the high here.
That's really meant.
As Nick 2 bets, and now just going to call. Here we go to a 4th Street.
It's going to be a tray of hearts and a 10 of clubs.
Adam catches one of Nick's trays, and Nick finds an innocuous 10.
Innocuous.
he finds a VR device.
Underneath his chair. And you too, the viewer, if you look under your chair.
Oh, God. Oh, too good. More innocuous cards on 5th Street. We're going to the next one. Really just rags. These are some of the worst hands I've seen in a stud 8. And it goes check all the way, rightfully
Not possible to hit a low for Adam here. He does catch a pair of 4s, which is technically good for the high, but he can't be feeling too good about it.
so. As Nick's got an 86.
One of the worst lows you can have, but that's a good time to bet. You want to get other people out of there. This time you want to win. But Adam hero calling here. Playing the short stack, probably not feeling too hot about the situation. Needs to win a pot or 2.
Deuce brings it in for 5, fold, and a complete.
Where are we playing that?
Nick brings it in for 5. Ace, king, deuce. Donkey Kong gonna complete. He likes 3 low cards.
Ooh, Frankie. Getting in there with the queens. Haven't seen him play a stud 8 hand yet, but
Trying to go broke.
A little easier to play stud 8 hands than stud high hands.
and then Becca with the 5-4-3, little rundown.
I got you 330 on that.
Gonna actually juice it up to 2 bets.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Colin quickly calls, Frankie in there, and then Merk in there with his low draw as well.
That's why I asked him. He said until 11, 4 hours.
Why you look at me so weird?
Off to 4th Street we go.
Can't believe we've ever been playing
This
for
could be a
2
good
hours.
one.
I know, that's what I said. I was like, oh, by
It's like a queen there for Merk, or king for Merk. 7 for Becca. 7 for DK.
King 7 will check.
Frankie catching 2 pair right off the rip.
It's a great feeling, but you got to know that 2 pairs less than aces up, very susceptible, and you want to get the money in. Protect your hand.
With no aces showing as the up cards,
He
you
does
can
have
feel
that.
a little bit better about it, but Merk does have a king showing, so once he gets rid of it, though, you can feel a little bit more comfortable about it.
Becca, though, 4 to a 7 high straight. Oh, just kidding. Wait, no,
Yeah,
4 to a 7
catch
high
a
straight.
6, and then she's got 3 to a flush as well, so
She's definitely got potential. Oh, she just makes she makes the wheel.
And a flush draw. So she's
yeah.
She's in great shape here with the made low. She's, as you can see, she's got that locked up pretty much 98%. Kong would have to go run her deuce 3, I believe, to make a 6, which is going to be very difficult, especially with Becca has a deuce and a 3, and I believe Merk folded at least 1.
Looks like DK's still. No, he's out of there.
He's out of there. Frankie leads out with his Queen 10 King showing, but whenever you're playing stud 8, that's I mean, whenever you're showing 3 high cards, you tell your opponent, hey, I'm going for one side. I have no low. And so Becca with her 3 low cards showing and 3 to a flush, I mean, pretty scary board here for Frankie to be going up against.
Becca makes pair 7s here on the turn. On 6th Street. I still do that. The streak before the last one, I still call it the turn. Can actually still find a 7 here to make a better hand for the high. One outer,
7-6 ace. No, 7-6 or an ace.
7-6.
She can hit trips. She can hit a straight. She can hit an ace for a straight, and I mean it'll give her the wheel.
Yep,
she can hit any club.
A billion outs.
She's got a lot. I mean, she's already got 50% of the pot locked up.
Oh God! What a 7th Street. Frankie boats up.
And
Becca makes her flush.
So she's got a flush and a low here. She's going to feel really comfortable leading out.
It's a chop anyway, but they both think.
Frankie raises it to 2 bets here, which is. And Becca quickly calls because she knows that, I mean, he's probably got something strong, but he's only playing for 1/2, and since she's got that bottom half locked up, very quick call.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I know. I thought maybe though I could just raise.
Knew we were chopping.
Yeah.
Interesting hand. Love it.
I think Frankie's realizing that he's in pretty rough shape there on 6th Street. I mean, I guess technically he was ahead with the 2 pair, but lots of scary cards that can come to Rebecca there to give her the winner.
Who's bringing in? What? Oh shit! I was like, where's his card?
Becca gonna bring it in with the deuce of hearts.
And a complete.
And a complisal from DK with 2 7s.
2 bets.
Merk with rolled up 5s.
Whoa, Merk.
You do not see this very often. We could stream for 5-6 hours sometimes and not see this happen. This is very rare, and as such, he bumps it up pretty much immediately.
And Adam here coolered as he's got aces.
Aces in the hole, yeah, jeez.
Wow. This is an actual stud 8 cooler here.
2 players with 3 to a low and Merk with trips. And whenever he catches that Jack 5 as the up card, players are not really scared of his hand. I mean, of course, he 2-bet pre
just pocket pairs.
Yeah, just he 2-bet before 4th Street, so
Ace deuce 3, ace deuce 4 suited, and pocket pairs. Right. That's all you're raising.
So, and then whenever his board goes King Jack 5, I mean, he 2-bets right here. He's pretty much saying, hey, I've got at least 2 pair, right? And whenever Kong's showing 7-4-4, he's pretty comfortable.
Kong here
going up against the hand like that.
Oh boy! And now 5s over jacks for Merk. He boats up. You still need to see Donkey Kong's card here. He finds a flush draw that's not going to matter.
And he also has his low draw. He
needs it.
Yeah, he's looking for an ace 5, 6, 8. And Adam's also got a low draw here, but misses it. He catches aces up, which, I mean, looking at Merk's board, you really got to think he's got kings and jacks here, 5s and jacks, something like that. don't really expect him to have a boat. And Kong catching 3 pair is very unfortunate.
Yeah, look at this. I kept on pairing up my.
Fives full of jacks is the high hand. And unfortunately, aces up, which is normally actually a pretty strong hand. Stud 8 catches all the other 2 pairs. It's no good here.
Massive whip.
I don't recommend taking your weak 2 pair see at the river kind of showdown.
Same up card.
It does not take much for aces up to get
I
there.
had 3 pairs. Like, where's my other low card?
I wish you'd have made it.
Yeah. I would have made it low.
I would. Oh, well, it would have been raise, re-raise, probably. Is it on me?
$5 to go.
And I could have voted up too, but.
Looks like we're on the last hand of stud here. Stud 8.
Believe so.
All right. Well, that went pretty swiftly.
You see, there's a lot of action in these games whenever people get into them, but you really have to have those first 3 cards are very important to decide whether or not you want to continue. And usually, if you decide with those first 3, it's hard to stop. That's why the action gets big. But since players know that, they're very hesitant to even speculate on the bring in and the complete.
We get to 4th Street. Frankie with 2 threes. And some backdoor low potential here. Freddie 4 to an 8. Donkey Kong 3 to an 8. And that's not going to help him. That queen's probably going to get Kong out of this hand.
Nobody really catches a card that they like here. Yeah, not much doing.
There's really nothing going on.
Pair of 3s is in the lead for the high here, technically, but not based off the equity. It looks like Kong's actually got the equity on the high, but
it looks like Freddie here just gonna maybe take a play at the weakness, and it looks like he's just gonna get heads up with Miss Becca.
Freddie's not gonna want to see a low card come up to Becca's board here.
Becca finds a 7 that doesn't really matter until it pairs on 7th Street. And just ace king high for Freddie. He checks it over to Beck. He's going to check over 2 7s.
Check, check.
I'm just going to make it easy.
Neither player too happy about their boards, ready to just get the showdown there.
I know, it's been a while, man.
And it looks like it's time for the next game.
What's the new game?
Which I would like to bet is Baducey. Or Deuce. It's probably Deuce.
Oh yeah, Deuce-to-Seven triple draw. I forgot to mention that one. Just the regular.
Yep.
Regular Deuce.
Deuce-to-Seven triple draw. One of the most fastest growing in popularity games right now.
Good way to play low stakes. How much time do I have?
Deuce-to-Seven triple draw. Well, we've kind of hinted at it before already with the Baducey game. But now it's just 5 cards, triple draws, and you're trying to make the best low hand without aces and no straights or flushes. So 7, 5, 4, tray, deuce is the best hand, and we like to refer to it as the wheel.
Really hard to not pitch 2 cards at once.
How much time do I have?
More time, man. Wonderful.
How much time do I have?
Get to 5 hours. 5 and 10. Alright, good to go. Flip the fold.
Look at all these tight folds. Love it.
Nobody's really had anything to speak about.
No, not
yet.
It's great because they all just know the game already. But Merk's going to take his 8-4 draw. Make the call, Adam. Going to call with his 9 draw. Becca has a much better looking hand. In fact, she could probably just pat.
Delta 9. I mean, if you're playing single draw, it's obviously a very, very strong hand. But whenever you're playing triple draw, she likes to take 1 because, I mean, drawing 1 here, she's got a good draw. She can catch 7, 6, 4. Any of those 3 cards will give her a much stronger hand than she's got right now. And there she
Oh,
is.
wow.
Catches the 6.
Smacks it, and she's happy to bet it. A smile on the face says it all, and she gets some action from Merk, who's drawn to pretty dead here unless he draws 2.
After the pat, you're going to assume he's drawing 2.
Yep.
She draws 1, he may draw 1.
What? Oh,
There you go, quick scan.
You're going to hear that. And you should, if we had advised you to take a shot every time we said the word scan on this stream, I don't think you would have survived. Going to be honest. Merk makes a pair of 4s here. If he draws 1, he's drawn dead. Needs to, if he would have known he was drawn, we need to draw 2.
I'm just going to throw away one of the 4s.
Did it pair? I knew
Doesn't look like he caught what he was looking for.
He's folding.
Yeah, paired his deuce.
It's hot up here.
Not going to call that last bet. Beck's going to take it down. No split pot in this game, just one winner. The worst hand.
My God. If it was that important.
No, I want to move seats. Honestly.
If you came here tonight looking for the final table of the Saturday 20K guarantee no limit hold'em tournament that we do, that is going to be non-existent this week. In fact, we are doing that final table action tomorrow with the final table of our 250K guarantee. That's going to be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll be there. One-time dealer. One-time dealer.
We can only hope.
We can only hope. A lot of money at stake. The prize pool up to over $590,000, and we're going to be doing that tomorrow evening. But we didn't want to leave you hanging on a Saturday night. It's a great night to stream some poker. So here we are doing some mixed games, and I couldn't have been more thrilled.
With that 590 being in the prize pool, does that mean we're going to have 6 figures for first?
Possible. Depends if we do closer to 20K or 20% or closer to 15%.
For like the total, I thought we were doing 12% payout for the field and then 8 advanced to the
Yeah, I mean for first place. Like what the spread is for first place.
I've never had that many issues before.
It would if 20%. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm loving it.
Right.
But if it's closer to 14, 13%, then probably not.
Right.
Never had problems before. Not like this.
I don't know what the exact pay table is, but it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close either
Also,
way.
I mean, with the size of the field, I would imagine it'd be a little bit more spread out. Ooh,
Merk draws. We'll call it perfect. Makes the wheel. This is the best possible hand in Deuce-to-Seven.
Adam has a 9 here.
Oh God.
Shit.
It's gonna get raised.
Oh boy. And he's gonna call. It has not been Adam's night so far.
Last draw coming. Merk pats and pat to the betting. It's just gonna cost him 1 bet here, but he sees the wheel. Unfortunate.
It is really hard to beat the wheel. In fact, you can't.
You can chop with it. It's about as good as you can do.
Mom said she can't get in.
Christian W, is this Deuce-to-Seven or horse? This particular game we're playing right now is Deuce-to-Seven triple draw, but it's a 7-8 game mix right now
Here or?
that we're playing on this stream. We recorded the stream yesterday,
Sounds like you're.
and we cut down some of the chaff time because there was a lot of in between the hand stuff as far as like software-wise, hardware-wise that we wanted to kind of address. So we trimmed it down to a little bit. And we're kind of getting close to the end. But don't go anywhere. We still got plenty of mixed game action.
You see Frankie raise it up here with 2 bets with a very nice drawing hand. I mean, actually, I take that back. It's not the greatest drawing hand in the world because he doesn't have a deuce. If he catches a 6, he's going to have a straight, and he's going to need to continue drawing. And an 8 isn't the strongest 8 that you can make, but definitely got potential. And then Nick here with the similar kind of draw is going to put in the 3 bet.
Oh, we just called.
What? Well, now I know I got
Both Merk and Adam not drawing to the smoothest hands, each of them drawing to an 8. Becca, though, drawing to the 7. Probably going to draw 2 here.
I was going to draw 1, but, you They made me switch.
Adam taking 2. You can ditch the ace and the 9. Let's see what Nick catches here. Nick catches an 8.
All this
86
All right.
perfect.
I mean, with all the draws out there, I feel like he's going to try and get the money in right now.
Especially being the first to act, you'd hate to check and then have it check around.
And he does bet.
Puts in 1 bet.
I'm not
And I wonder what is going to happen if he pats.
Frankie quickly calls. Merk's out of there. So 4 ways. Gonna go pat 1. Pat 1, 2.
Becca, what's close to here that you normally
So
get?
players improving on their draws here. Adam's still needing to catch a couple decent cards.
Off DoorDash?
Nick's still way out in the lead's gonna pump it here.
Well, it's got me in Vegas on here. See, there's another. It's got me
Adam
in
did
Vegas.
catch 1 card he was looking for, but paired the 6, so still gonna need to draw on this this final
Room 1889.
final draw coming up.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Someone's
If he
ordering
chooses
something
to
now?
go,
That
but
has
seeing
my
as how it's
address
limit, you
in
can
Vegas
kind of
in room 1889 right
convince
now.
yourself that 1 bet's okay.
If you try to order, it'll say, "Oh, looks like
I don't
you're
know if
far
I
away."
did from there.
You accidentally ordered somewhere in Vegas?
No, I didn't order yet.
Change your location.
Change the location.
Yeah, all you do is change the location.
Or just make somebody's day.
I'm technologically behind, okay, guys?
Frankie, you're really in the tank trying to decide whether or not his draw is live. Of course, he's going to throw away the king, but just trying to decide whether or not if he catches an 8 here, if he would be good. Because if he's really only looking for the deuce, it's not a good idea to call there. But if his 8's live, if his 9's live, not the worst. Well, it looks like he didn't catch it. Adam catching the ace is have to you can't really hero call somebody who patted after the first draw imagining that they have a pair, right?
Nice hand for Nick.
Nice guy, shows it.
I mean, these are friendly stakes for the stream.
Most players here not,
My goal
you
is to
know,
not have him
actual
come out and
mixed
yell
game
at me
professionals,
ever
just
again.
trying to
I did not like the look on his
get some
face.
hands in. Not many people have, you know, more than a few hundred hands of these played in their lives, so it's just nice to get the experience.
I'm trying hard to.
I know.
Promise you.
But you guys are good. 15 to
Adam with the
There is somebody
basically the same
behind
draw
you.
Frankie had last hand.
I'm kidding.
7-6-4-3. Nick getting a little frisky here. I believe it's because Adam was short stack. He just wanted to get him all in
Are they paying 10%
right
of the deal
there,
here or 15?
pre-draw.
12?
Good try.
Knew it was going to happen anyway.
No cash on you?
I got cash on me.
I got cash.
Yeah, you got cash.
I can Zelle anybody.
I have cash. Becca, are you searching for food yet?
Would you like me to?
Oh, you're out
Kong
of hand.
finds one of the 5s that he just
You're out of
pitched.
hand.
Oh, I'm looking, but
That's annoying.
she's pickier than me.
Always fun.
I'm not picky.
He checks. Adam here pairs his 6. He's gonna looks like draw 1 here. Oh yeah, he's all in here, so it still just says the same draw number there.
Nick's going to still bet into the side pot versus Kong here. With the less than perfect hand here with the ace-9, 6-4-3. He's probably going to
Oh god.
ditch the ace and the 9. Kong catches pretty perfect here.
They don't have the same.
Finds 87.5, and that's good enough to bet. Nick now with 2 4s, and his bluff is probably over. He does fold.
I'm good.
Kong takes down the side action,
Here.
and Adam finds 87 on his last draw, but 87.5 beats 87.6. Kong takes the whole pot.
Yep, there See Adam showing the 876, realizing that he's pipped.
3 low cards instead of 2 low cards. So when you go up 3, and it's like,
Not the greatest start for Adam, but he's a regular of the mixed game. Can definitely spin it back up. See him rebuy in here.
Yeah, inch by inch, like.
For some reason, I keep inching that way. I don't know why.
The first friend gets.
Perfect. One handed.
Okay, everyone is good to go. And
One handed. That's a big actions to me. Mark, ready to go?
ready to go. Everyone's good
Up.
to go. Everyone stands
Delta
perfectly.
is
Yay.
the perfect
Oh,
spot.
yay, we're learning.
What are you doing?
I am.
Call.
How many reds do you want?
It don't matter.
Too bad.
How about 5 and 5?
Yeah.
Nick here going to 2-bet it up with the pair of 8s.
Maybe one heavy.
Interesting choice.
Mango.
But Freddie quickly 3-bets him on the button. This is a very unorthodox play here with the pair of queens.
Besides Asian.
Okay.
Wonder if he's got
I know you're not
plans
picky, so
to
go ahead and pick something else.
just bluff this one the whole way.
4 players over there.
54th Street is good. It's down
Okay.
the road.
Colin
They
drawing
have so
2,
many
Adam drawing
options.
3, Nick drawing 3. Yeah, there he goes. Freddie is going to stand pat, noticing that everybody's drawing multiple cards in front of him. Andy 3-bet pre from the button, so
Jimmy, can I
it's
get
going
a
to look very strong here.
I would check.
Close to a double.
Checks, and everyone's paired. Well, yeah, everyone's paired. So this bet is just going to work.
Look it up so
There
you
he
know.
goes, continuing the story.
54th
Kong
Street?
looking him up one
Does
time.
anybody want food ordered for
Sure.
themselves?
I'm good. Thank you, though.
I would imagine Nick would probably look him up once, especially whenever he
Oh, goodness.
well,
I mean, he's got a good draw.
juices it up.
He's got a good
When
draw.
you're out of a hand, look up the menu.
Drawing to the nuts. Drawing to the nuts.
From where?
Now,
54th
this
Street.
is where the
Lost
it's
Canadian.
time to nut up or shut up, right? It's where you either go for the 3-bet, and he
Oh,
does.
yeah.
There we go. That's what you like to see.
Oh, yeah.
Where you say the jig is up, the news is out. They finally found me, or you just pedal the metal.
Right now?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Why didn't you?
Kong look him up.
My
They both
goal
look
is
him
to not
up.
have you come back out here and talk to me. Unless
Second draw coming. Freddie gonna get a little tensed up here, I imagine, whenever people go from drawing 2 and 3 to just drawing 1, but neither player catches anything too special. Kong catching a 10 and Nick catching a jack.
rattlesnake
Both check,
pasta?
and Freddie continues the
Oh,
story.
that's what Jennifer gets
One
all the
bet,
time.
Kong lets it go.
It's like the only thing she ever orders from there.
Nick a little bit more
Yeah.
stubborn though. Is going to see
Is
that
that the one that has,
final
like,
draw,
chicken and shrimp
see if he
and
can hit his
a bunch of
wheel.
different
I
stuff
was
in
gonna
it?
say
Yeah.
probably like blackened chicken.
Yeah.
If it's Cajun style, then
And Freddie
sounds
stands
good.
pat.
Yes.
Rattlesnake.
Literally, that's the only thing she ever.
Nick's not going to know it, but his queen
wanna
is
get two
very
things
good
and split
here.
'em?
Sure.
As Freddie continues the story. And he
Oh,
lets it go
yeah.
and shows
Oh,
it
yeah.
immediately.
What a boss.
If you're
Ah,
nice to
the
me,
old
I'll buy
Pat
you
Snow.
dinner.
Thank you.
Doesn't he die at the
If
end of
you're
the
nice to me
movies?
today,
I've always wanted to go
Spoiler
to
alert.
go
Shoot.
Then I saw.
well, I didn't see the full menu. All I saw was
I'm
like
looking
the
at
I
you
would have been.
for
I
right
would have been.
now.
But he thrives in the
If
meantime.
on the first draw there was a single card drop, but then I saw 2, 3, 2, and I'm like, I can.
Yeah.
So I guess that is probably the.
How many? Yeah, he used to play with me. Yeah. How many draws left you guys taking?
Sometimes we just need to hear that.
Nick gonna raise it up here.
Now, I did
The
kinda have the
pair of
feeling
sevens.
because you picked the game, so
Gonna
I
quickly
knew
get
you would be more
3-bet
with
by
the,
Kong on the button. Nice little draw with the 4-3 deuce.
That's fair.
And I was thinking about that. I made my full 3, so
There was a.
Yeah, can I get that?
There was a point.
yeah. I
where
try to
just
remember
like,
who, everyone who picked what game, just so I kind of knew when I was playing against them. If this is the game they prefer, it's the game they're picking. It's comfortable here.
I thought too. It's the first draw, I would have drawn 1 just to make it look a little bit more believable. But again, the best scenario. That was the best.
All
case
players
scenario.
drawing 2. Or no, excuse me, Nick drawing 3. Not a very good 3.
No, that was not good.
Oh, never mind. That's too much.
I read, like I mentioned it before, he did have a pair of 7s on the first run, catches a pair of deuces on the next one, so not
No, they're taping it.
not the worst cards to see as far as removal from what can be in your opponent's hands. But Con catching the 5, proven to the 1-card draw. It's gonna be way in the lead here.
Will draw 1. See what Nick catches up to. He finds a king.
Ooh.
Oh, but Donkey Kong finds an 8. Perfect.
Anything, I don't care.
Very smooth 8 there. And of course, leads out. Nick finally giving it up. Freddie with the 2-pair.
Yeah.
If he was only drawing 1, maybe going into that last one, could probably peel it off. But up against Kong, you don't really like it too much.
Always makes us feel so warm and fuzzy when you're like.
Last hand of deuce, and then I think we got 7 hands of Baducey.
Baducey, yep. Should be the last one, and we're out of here.
We hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. Little change of pace from Hold'em. We still got one more game after this one. Grab yourself a snack, drink, whatever you got to do as we finish the last hand of deuce. As no player nutted up here, but now Merk finds 4 to a very good hand.
Check it.
4 to an 8 low.
What?
And it's looking very good right now. Yep, now Adam finds 4 to a rough 9.
If you guys are ever interested in playing these games at Texas Card House, we do run them pretty much weekly. It's going to be on Wednesday. During the day, usually downtime, a lot of tables open, so we try to get people up here to play a set game mix of 8 or 9 games. Always willing to throw in some extra ones in there, but yeah, just check Poker Atlas on Wednesday and take a look, see if we're playing the 10-20 mix game. Come on down, say hello. Merk catching pretty perfect here. Catch 87. Obviously, it's a very, very rough 8, but you're going to need to catch something like what Adam has to beat him.
Which is number 3? No, yeah.
The good stroke of luck
6,
there.
4. Yeah, number 3.
I'm like, right. And then the second part was
4?
7653.
It gets to a certain point when he
Because 7643 is
764. Yeah, darn it.
one off.
Very close. Very close.
But it took me 20 extra seconds of analyzing what you did to even. I don't even know if I 100% got it right, but Adam gonna bet it out. Merk quickly calls and gets shown the bad news. Yeah, Adam comes roaring back with a nice little pot.
They do kind of get you if you're going for both ways.
Hey, and it looks like the game has changed. Button over into the 1 seat.
So now we're playing a game called Baducey. Now Baducey is a split pot game. 5-card triple draw. Stipulations are the way you win the game, half the pot goes to the best 4-card Badugi hand. So again, it's ace, deuce, 3, 4 of different suits, and then the other half goes to the best ace to 5 hand, which means ace, deuce, 3, 4, 5. The best, the 5 lowest cards.
Still triple draw format, much like the other games that you've seen, just like Deuce-to-Seven, but like the game right before this one.
So the biggest question players ask about mixed games is they kind of loop Badugi, Baducey all into one. They don't know what the difference is. And now that we're seeing all 3, you can catch it all. It's all like a puzzle. And the 2 split pot games are Baducey and Baducey. And the second half of both of those words pertain to basically
the individual games, which are Badugi and Deuce-to-Seven, which are the non-split pot variations of those games where it's just one winner.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I check.
Becca here gonna catch a pair of sixes, but she does have a 3-card Badugi. 3-card 6. She's gonna draw 1. Throw that 6 of diamonds.
Oh my goodness.
Merk's gonna stand pat here because of the in Baducey the ace is gonna play low, so he's actually gonna be content with his 87 here. But he actually gets outdrawn. Becca hits perfect, which is gonna be as Merk splashed the chips over to Rebecca, but Becca does show down the 86 for the better low hand, and then she has a 4-card Doogie with the 8-5-4 deuce, or no, 3-card Doogie. Excuse me.
She has a 3-card.
She's got the better 3-card 5. Merk has a 3-card 7.
Oh, God, sorry.
That's still a hell of a hand for 5-1. Like, you didn't say you wanted excitement.
Best 3-card Badugi 5-4.
I was gonna say, if you pad after drawing 5,
Golly, you scare me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but he.
Trying to make a scene out of it.
Yeah, and
It's like an unwritten rule. We're talking unwritten rules now. You know?
but yeah, he
sir, everyone good. Everyone's good, and it makes my heart flutter.
Mine's fluttering too.
That's usually how that works.
Freddie here gonna raise it up with his 3-card 7. Kong quickly behind, calling. Adam's in there. Ace deuce 6.
Watch and look at me
Can
like,
draw
what
3 or
are
2 if you want.
He wasn't expecting you, huh?
Oh yeah, I need to do.
No flop, no flop.
Yeah, I forgot there was this part.
That was a gift.
Decision on Freddie. I'm assuming he's gonna draw
You
2
were trying
here.
to get me, I know it.
Yeah. Kong throws 3. Adam draws 2. Just throwing away the jacks.
I can't beat anything really,
But it usually goes.
you know.
Yeah.
Have nobody
6-handed is like a good night.
have a 3-card.
Adam catches one of the cards he was looking for with the 4 of hearts. He's now going to have a pretty good Badugi draw. He's going to have the 3-card 4. Going to be looking for that low club. And because of the way this game works as opposed to regular Badugi when you're playing with 4 cards, he could feel really comfortable just throwing the 4 of diamonds since he already has the deuce of diamonds for that side of the Badugi locked up, and try to hit this hit the Baducey side of things, or hit the ace to 5 side of things, and also
Safe, you know, you're safe.
Everybody
Like, you're
no negative repercussions for throwing away that 4 of diamonds to draw to pretty much second nuts here.
cut that out, please.
Edit.
If he catches the 3 clubs. Freddie with a quick scan.
That's right, we didn't we?
Shows he's in the lead right now, but we don't have Adam's last draw scanned.
Can't wait to see the Deuce-to-Seven that you play.
You don't know?
What'd you say?
Are you like that?
Mark's gonna take the lead, but Adam hits the 65 here.
That is a really strong hand.
We'll talk about it
3-card 4 with the 65. He's gonna be really happy about the ace to 5 side of things, but on the Badugi,
He's got a bluff catcher, but that's about it.
pretty much.
It was Vegas.
Surprised he didn't raise there.
All three of you.
I slept in between them for
Try
a
and
while.
potentially get somebody to fold out
Andrew was like, you want me to sleep in the
a
middle?
worse
I'm like,
Doogie.
"Please." I don't want to grab the wrong thing.
Neither player really.
Oh boy.
You can see here, Freddie picked up the pair of 5s, but because the 5s are different suits, or I mean, sorry, of course the 5s are different suits, but they don't match up with the other ones. He's only got a 3-card 5 here with the 5-3 deuce. He can play either the spade or the diamond, doesn't matter, but it's still going to just be 3 cards because pairs count against you in this game.
Cold 4.
So it looks like a good card, but actually really bad. And Kong's going to look him up here with his 3-card 6. He's going to get scooped. 3-card 4 and a 65.
I think you heard him say there's just too much money in there.
I'm gonna do it 3.
Had a very small chance, but $30 lost over to Mr. Adam.
One big bet to win 10. Got a pretty good 3-card.
In that horse tournament, I had in my first 5 cards 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of hearts. First 5. So is there a game moved all in?
It starts with 5 cards.
And I said, I've made tougher calls.
I'm trying to remember
Yeah, 5 card draw.
who it was just somebody I know was in that game with you.
And you have to have like 6s or better.
I remember them coming in the cash room and talking
6s or
about
better. Like if you don't have
Merk with a hand you can speculate here. Got the ace-3 offsuit.
Talk about just straight up 5
Not much of a decision to make whenever he draws 3 here. So
You're gonna avoid confusion.
happy to come in. Nick with a similar situation here with the pair of
People hear
kings.
5-card draw,
He's got
they're
the,
like, oh, that's the
ace
stupidest,
deuce.
boringest old school poker
Play it in
game.
Ocean.
Probably going to get to the shuffle on this
Hey,
one.
let's play Ocean's 11.
As we're going 5 ways.
It sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. For sure.
This is where I laugh.
Strategy.
I can laugh right there.
3-3-3 or 3-3-2-3.
You can be the man for the job.
Awesome.
That's what you like to see.
Yeah, this is the game you want to
Great
be in
power
for
comes
sure.
Great responsibility. No pressure. We just need you to revolutionize poker for us.
Sexy.
Yeah.
make mixed games great again.
Yeah.
Nick's going to catch a 76 off the first draw
Shots at Rosie with no
with
shirt.
a 3-card 3.
Oh, next gen right here.
mixed games.
Yeah.
This is one of those tricky spots where you're pretty happy with your 5-card hand, but do you risk it and try to catch that diamond to try and, you know, scoop, or do you just take your 7-6 and hold on and
Right.
I know.
try not to let anybody outdraw you?
It's like starting over.
He stands pat, so he's going to be content with the 7-6 here, especially going up against everybody else who was drawing multiple cards off the first draw.
Merk happily still drawing 3.
Better go for the gusto here.
We only have one house game, right?
What 3 is he getting rid of here? 8-3 what?
What are the other games that I'm used to? Drama, I guess.
I don't know.
I guess he got rid of the 3 of hearts as well.
Mixed game that's a flop game that
I don't understand why
Wow.
they can't do drama hall.
Interesting choice.
I don't understand that either.
Probably would have kept that one.
I mean, it's appeal.
Because you've still got the cards in your hand.
We'll make it a little bit harder for you to hit a Badugi because you're only drawing 2 instead of 3, but
I guess it's
That's the one I just
having
heard about.
3 to the wheel, I would think that would be the stronger play there.
so they can put it in.
So Freddie here catches a 3-card 4. Not going to be good for the Badugi side of things, but it's a pretty strong draw with the 5-4-3 deuce. Catch an ace or a 6 to take half. Kong not much doing on the draws. Merk neither. I believe you may be right there. It may have been Merk draw 2, and because we hit 3, his hand didn't scan properly because it was trying to look for 3 new cards, and he only got 2 new cards.
maybe.
That could be it.
That could have happened.
That seems more logical than
Hey,
drawing
don't
3 in
outside
that
the thing.
situation.
Don't go outside the box.
Don't outside the box.
Don't color outside the lines.
Don't you work here?
Yeah, I'm trying to give him a good
I
scan.
want one. Hold on. There it is.
Scan them again.
My sound effects. I don't know how loud they come through on here, but
Hey, there we go.
I'm sure they added a little bit of fun. Adam here, or excuse me, Nick here with a scooper.
He's probably thinking he's blowing people off the half of Badugi, but
It's not a 3-card 6 at the end of the day. I mean,
no, he had a 3-card 3. He had ace deuce 3.
really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought the 6 was a spade.
No,
Or the,
he had a smooth 3-card there.
oh yeah, for sure. Scooper.
Yeah.
Like that would cause me to even.
But it is it's very difficult to know if you're good on the Badugi side of things with just a 3-card whenever you're playing a 5-card game.
It's kind of like.
Yeah. Feels like he's
So he
in
just
a
needs friends, right?
tribe.
This is a dangerous one. I don't really like that.
Thought better of it. Just the 2 suits. Really, the only card you like in your hand right there was the ace of hearts, because the 5 is also a heart.
After you like kind of
You're not gonna throw it, but it makes your draw a little bit harder.
they make
So.
sense and they're fun. You know.
Freddie with a nice hand here.
Yeah, very nice. 76 with a 3-card 5.
Baducey and Baducey.
You know we're gonna get the
Gets to. I mean, I was gonna say he could take the chance and try and make a deuce, but
It's pretty much going to take the same line that Nick did the last hand with his 76 that he caught off the first draw, and just
All the games are kind of similar.
see how the action goes. Really, you don't
Like how you're gonna get the cards.
need to be too scared unless it starts to. I mean, unless it gets out of control on the second draw or something like that, where it starts getting capped. But
Exactly. That was the whole framework.
A lot of information at your disposal here. Especially with people drawing 3-2-2.
Preventing it, bro.
Feel pretty comfortable leading out.
You hear that, Jackie P?
Whenever people are drawing more than one, you can assume that they don't have a strong Badugi. We're gonna bump it up here because he's got the 7 Doogie made, and he can just throw the queen to try and draw to that 75, which would actually be a scooper if he hits a. He's got to hit a 4 or a deuce. Doesn't quite hit it, but he's gonna feel pretty good about his Badugi side of things. Which is why you're going to see him take the lead from Freddie here. And Freddie wisely slows down because he knows that his 76 is very susceptible to being drawn out on. There's a lot of 6s that can be made. Better 7s, and of course the wheel.
Super people, but it's super people.
Like superheroes?
Yeah, it's like superhero. It's like in
a fiction show.
Stays checking.
Politically correct. You can't say superheroes anymore. Super people.
They call them suits.
Yeah, I didn't want to say suits. I've got it.
Eric's final card didn't read, but it looks like he caught a 9. I believe it's a 9 of spades. So inconsequential, he's going to have 97, and Freddie's going to have 76. Eric's going to take the Badugi side of things. Freddie's going to take the, there goes the 9 of spades. Freddie's going to take the ace to 5. Chop it up, on to the next one.
This is what I drew. I have drawn it.
Yeah?
Everyone's good.
All right.
Success. You don't have too many allergies.
Go ahead, success.
And a call.
What's our next game?
If we want to plan, it'll be Badugi.
Oh, we're back to.
Yeah.
I'm getting dealt a 10 Doogie here.
And Freddie dealt a 9 Doogie.
Yes.
That's pretty sick. With a very nice 9 draw.
He's probably ordering food.
Oh, no, he's actually not. He's got the pair force.
Oh, right. Yes. Yes.
I guess we can do
very close.
But it's a actually that's one of those situations where you have to coin flip which 4 you're gonna throw, and if you catch the suit of the 4 that you if you catch the wrong suit, it's always a kick in the nuts. But ooh, Freddie catches the wheel here.
Oh my God, the number 1 hand here,
and a 3-card 3.
Yeah, wow.
You would what?
3-card perfect is gonna be all the money getting in there.
Adam's still holding on to his 10 Doogie. He drew 1 and caught the 3 of diamonds, which slightly makes his Badugi better, but it's really not too important. It looks like he's standing pat here, hoping that his opponent may draw and pair up on the ace to 5 side.
They're pat.
But Freddie with the wheel here is very comfortable to just pump it. Because when you get the best 3-card you can have and also the best ace to 5, not really any reason to slow down. But as you can see, Adam just slowing down a little bit. Shows the Doogie.
Chop it up.
Chop it up. So we got about 2 more hands left of this, left of the Baducey round, and then we will be out of here until tomorrow for the as you can see there, end of summer 250K guaranteed final table. How many entrants we had tonight? What time's it restart tomorrow?
Noon restart tomorrow. If you are a player playing in the tournament tomorrow, restart is at noon. It's going to be a long day, so bring snacks. We have water here, and of course we have snacks too. But bring the trail mix. You're going to need it. Thank you for the sub, Alex P.
How can you not go there?
We're getting those notifications again? I haven't seen a single one of those sub notifications ever. Cool. Welcome, Alex.
Freddie getting dealt a Jack Doogie here.
Oh, let's go. Nice and even all around.
And he's going to break it pretty much immediately.
The regular. Thank you.
Trips 2 pair.
We're catching a pair of aces, never fun.
Trips 2 pair? I had 2 pair. How'd you know?
Oh, this situation's not bad because it's also got the 3 of hearts, so you can kick the ace of hearts without having to sweat it too much.
Check.
Check.
It
Who
does
do you
last
think is
round.
best?
So if you come back with it.
Okay.
Hands down. Well, Lauren's close behind me.
Bet in the dark and take 2.
Like, she's just so.
I have mixed feelings about that.
Oh, yeah.
At the very least, I know that like I'm in.
I have mixed feelings.
So like if you come in with
Everybody check. Call in the light.
I need a number.
It's a call.
what we're doing here though, then like we can do.
Lock the door.
Kitchen 2 pair. Interesting decision to make.
We're already going to the next one.
Oh my god.
Probably throw the 3 of clubs and the 6 of hearts. Actually, yeah, it's not that bad of a decision. He's got the 3 card 6 that he can keep, and then draw to the 65 for the low.
I don't want leftover.
Greg's got nut 4
Yeah.
already. I know right now. He's got like Badugi.
Adam here gonna pair his 4, so he's still gonna be playing the 3 card 5. No, excuse me. He's got the 8 doogie. The 8 is a spade, same as the 4. He's gonna be playing an 8-5 doogie, which is gonna be good at the moment.
Bet in the dark. They all called, and now we're.
Yeah, well, he has to reshuffle for me.
Oh, that's what we're waiting.
I'm not
No,
taking.
Merck's actually got a 7.
Thirds, fourths.
Okay, we're going for the next round now.
I'm gonna try this one more time.
Merck's got a 7 here. He's got the pair of 3s, so he's not good on the ace to 5 side of things, but he's gonna draw 1.
Make sure I gave you the right one. I've been raised.
You're seeing the action get ahead of the draws here. We're still in the declarations of draws, but we've already got a bet and a 2 bet. And there goes Freddie with the 3 bet.
Okay.
So
Alright.
give us a second here to get the
Apparently
draws taken care of.
Doing fun stuff. But
So,
If he's raised it.
What's happening?
Ben, I
What?
followed that action.
the action's
and
gonna
then
stay. The action is
Okay.
Pull your action back.
But where's your money?
Pull it back. I got it. I got it.
Pull your action back.
Okay.
You'll
I just
see.
wanted to make sure that
action
there's
is-
no. Yeah. Okay.
So I need
That changes things for me.
a, you're in for 6.
Knowing that I'm gonna get raised in the back.
It's like 1-1-1.
I think the action's still gonna be the same. Okay, there we go. Let's go. So
Merck
everybody's
catches the queen,
free
so
rolling something, but I guess that's
only playing for the doogie side of things, but
Not when I got 4
pretty happy about that side.
all right.
Everyone getting
Greg, look what you're doing in this game.
Yeah.
The action is 30, 60.
This can only.
I'm still
end
with
for-
an 8-5.
This game is nuts.
He's in the habit of scanning at this point.
He's got it down.
Mega scan,
I'll share with one.
ultra scan.
I'll share with
And like the chips don't do it.
And then the way the action went there, was a little quick because it was still on the draws, but Merck bet blind, Adam 2 bet blind without seeing the draw card, and Freddie 3 bet blind without seeing the draw card.
Pretty smart thinking there, huh?
Both players call.
That was very confusing.
Doing the brush this
I
way,
actually don't
up
like it now.
and
I have
then-
a 76 doogie and a 9.
Gonna show it.
So 9 low and a 7 doing.
Freddie's gonna show the 9 doogie as well as the 97 low. Merck's gonna show the 7 doogie and the queen high low. So Freddie's gonna take half for the ace to 5 hand, and Merck's gonna take half for the Badugi. Adam's gonna get pipped right there by 1 with the 8 doogie.
That's one of those.
Okay. So I thought I was 3 betting. Second draw.
And
with one more
just
draw to
like
go.
that, we're off to the last hand of the evening. One last awesome thank you for hanging out with us. Ben Mighty, and of course, excuse me, that was gross. And Cooper Wise in the booth on the mix game. 15:30 were the stakes tonight, and it was a lot of fun. You got to experience some stud games, you got to experience some draw games, and a little bit of Congress/Big O as well. Hope you had a great time. With that, you can see the little blip there in the middle of the screen. The NS number 250K final table is tomorrow evening. Make sure you're liked. Well, I guess the likes don't matter, but do it anyway. You're subscribed to the channel with the bell notification so you get updated when we do go live. It's going to be an awesome one tomorrow, and it's absolutely smashed of that prize pool. 590K in the prize pool, and that's going to be a big first place ticket. We hope to see y'all there. And now we're on to the last hand. Let's take a look. No one dealt anything great here.
Gonna outdraw you, Rosie.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
They're looking for some help.
That's
This one probably would have been a full pre if it
They
wasn't
all go by
the
each other's names.
first,
I'm
or
sure.
for the last
The
hand
final
was-
hand,
It took me
yeah.
a while to figure out who was running.
Oh, shit. I know what I gotta
Frankie, are you
beat.
Italian?
Yes, I am.
Because you don't look Italian, but
I
your
know.
name sure screams
Yeah, my
Italian.
dad's 100% Italian.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Adam here going to catch a 3-card 8 with another difficult decision on which 7 to throw.
We need somebody to collect money.
Frankie's actually going to catch a pretty nice hand here. He's got he's drawn to a 6 low. He's got a 3-card 6 Badugi. And he's just got to decide which 6 he's going to throw here on the draw. It's his option to check or bet, and he sees the opportunity, so he's going to do it.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for putting it together.
Just with the other players checking behind him and drawing multiple cards. Each player drawing 3. You gotta imagine your hand's probably good after that kind of draw.
Just from sitting with at one of the tournaments.
You said
Literally was just talking about you. He was, and then
oh, now it's okay.
here magically, yeah.
Nope. You get one from.
And you get the draw.
One freshie.
Adam catches perfect for the ace to 5 side of things. The deuce and the 4 is going to have an 87.
I called Frankie Rosie.
But he's only got a 3-card 8. Very rough 3-card 8. Merk not doing much with his draw, catching the king and the 9 of hearts. Frankie's going to get some shuffled cards here.
Mafia movie with Frankie the Bank.
Frankie the He goes by Frank the Bank.
Frank the Bank is better than Frankie.
I think there's maybe another one of those scenarios. I think Frankie only drew 1, but it's a draw 2.
Got it.
Good. There's no way he would have thrown both 6s. He would just thrown 1 here. Like we were saying earlier, coin flip, whether you want to do the spade or the diamond, and then hope that you catch the opposite.
Nice, I like that.
It's probably one of those times where, like, Tyler was telling me to tell the player, hey, scan their cards. And I was like, I tried.
Yeah.
And then Tyler get mad.
A lot of information going on this one. Merk's still drawing 2. Adam content with his 87. And Frankie to a decision. He's just going to draw 1.
I'll be thinking of ideas of how to do an LED thing. When it says, you're good.
Yeah. 90%. Every now and again, it's just one card that won't scan for the moment. Hey, kudos to Ben for like having to call the door card. You know, too on the stud game. He's got it down pat.
You should put it on
It's going to not quite read on this final hand, but Adam's going to
You get zapped.
look like he's got half of it.
No Doogie. 87.
Long term.
It looks like Merk's got a 4-card doogie there.
You have a low. You have a. Does you have a Badugi?
You're about as red
Yeah,
as
We're doing the showdown, that 4-card Doogie, an 87. Oh, no.
I mean, they're literally sitting in the box.
Keep it.
It's over.
A thing, you know, it's like,
Yeah, he catches the Badugi. It's going to be a split right there, 87 in the Badugi.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I just didn't see what the card was. Anyway, we're going to take you away here from Dallas. Guys, you have a fantastic rest of your evening. It's going to be a fun stream tomorrow. Don't forget it. Final table action. And from Cooper and Ben here in the booth from Dallas, we will see you next time on TCH Live. You all have a fantastic evening. Enjoy your Saturday.
You guys want to pick and choose different games? You can put
The studies are a lot faster now. Too.
Are you ready for a vacation that will make all your poker buddies jealous? Set sail with Texas Card House for 7 days of sun, fun, and poker on March 26th to April 2nd, 2023. Sailing out of Galveston, Texas, the Royal Caribbean Allure of the Seas is one of the most awarded ships in the world. As you sail for 7 days with Texas Card House with stops in Roatan, Costa Maya, and Cozumel. Sun, fun, and oh yeah, non-stop poker. Texas Card House is bringing their world-class staff on board for 7 days of cash games, tournaments, and no matter your skill level, we've got games for you. Texas Card House Poker Cruise, Royal Caribbean, Allure of the Seas. Sail for as little as $749 per person. Cabins are going fast. Don't get left in port and miss the vacation of a lifetime. For full details, visit TexasCardHouse.com.